Yo, good morning. Oh, so I guess we already said today's topic through Discord. Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did that, my friend. And we're gonna talk about it today and what we can and can't do and all the other good stuff. Welcome in, get wrecked. Welcome in, it's Elder Baron. Just call you Bear. I enjoy calling you Bear better. Bear's easier to say. Man, I had to scrape and put something together really fast for this, so don't mind me as I kind of fumble over my thoughts and how to put this together. All right. But yeah, I'm getting coffee ready right now. And we're getting ready to get started. Let's go. Hope you guys got your coffee. Make sure you get your coffee, guys. This is one of my favorite Tekken songs, by the way. I like this one. I think another one that I'm gonna do, and man, it's a little spicy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do one about the FGC not having money. Oh man, that's gonna be a crazy one, and I know I'm gonna hurt a few feelings, but that one definitely needs to be said for a topic for the day. I don't know when probably next week. Probably next week we'll talk about that. And it's not really saying that people are like truly broke or anything like that. It's more so like what they want to spend their money on and the culture of, what the FGC is more than anything else. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense there, but man, oh man, that's something that's really getting under my skin as of late when it comes to, just gaming in general. It's like, yo, bro, like like you spend a little cash on that, man. Spend a little cash, and I think that's the reason why the FGC's I'm not even going to use the word broke, right? I don't think broke is the right word to use. I think it's finicky and cheap. Not that they're broke. I think there's an important distinction there, right? I think there's a very important distinction there when we're describing those things, you know? But, that's just my 2 cents. We're going to talk about it. It's so good, isn't it? That one's really good. I like that song a lot. Wait, hey, how come my desktop? Can you guys hear my song? Can you guys hear the music? Let me see. I think I did something wrong here. High definition NVIDIA. No, we want to do. Huh? How come it's not? Huh? That's weird. That hasn't happened before. Turn that mofo back up. This is a good one too. While the coffee's being made. Boots and pants and 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 boots and pants. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and. Boots and pants. I like boots and pants. Boots and pants and boots and pants and. All right, this is what I'm doing. I got to post, let everybody know that we're live. You know what I'm saying? We got to let the world know that we're alive. And then we can just go from there. Hey, if you haven't already checked out my other places. Sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it. It's just part of it, you know? Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and. Great conversation today about us getting demoted. Let's do the blue sky. Oh, that's my description. There we go. All right, and then close. Hey, Uncle Manny, what's up? All right, we in business. Oh. Yo, speaking of AEW, how this man, AEW is killing it right now. AEW is doing some amazing things, bro. When I say amazing, I mean like amazing things, yo. Like really good stuff. All right, I think we're in a good place right now. I think we're in a great place right now. And I think we can get this show on the road and we can move forward. What is causing? I'm trying to figure out what's causing the extra noise in the background to make my CPU so like crazy. Yo, Dark Zero, yo, bro, what's up? How's it going? Hope all is well. And welcome. Wow. I need to close these blinds. Wait, hold on. Let me close my blinds real quick. Like it's making my face look darker, right? Jeez. Oh, I have my eyes have to adjust. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. Now I remember why I do it this way. Yo, welcome, Most Determined Soul, CJ Berry, the leader of Waves and Waves of People in Determination. CJ's who I am, MDSoul's what I am, so you guys can just call me CJ. I really don't mind it. And today, yes, today I got a good show for you, and we're throwing down, and we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. The thing that we're going to be talking about is what you see in the title here is ultimately stop trying to defend your rank. Jeez. We had a little discussion in the Discord, and I kind of flipped it so it kind of worked for all of us here. And ultimately, we're losing rank, right? And we're gonna talk about how not losing rank isn't the issue. It's how you go about losing the rank. So we're going to be talking about that today. And then after that, we're going to go into rate that fighter. We're going to choose a fighting game almost randomly, see if it's worth a dang. And then we're going to give it a rating and have a discussion about it. I think that's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be fun to do that. And maybe you guys can do that and come along with me on that journey. So if you have something like Fightcade or you have the game on Steam, and we all can talk about it as we play together. So I think that's going to be fun. Doing okay, same old same. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like sunlight. It is sunlight. It's just the sunlight. It darkens one side of my face because the sunlight's way too bright. Whereas where I have my lighting, it makes everything like really even. You know what I'm saying? And then also, Uncle Manny. Question for you, my friend. So when you're doing your when you're doing your talks, are you pulling up a camera and hooking your mic up to the camera, or are you doing it through some type of other app? I know there's multiple ways to skin a cat, but I kind of like the way you skin your cat. I just want to know how you're doing yours to have yours come across so clean. What not app? No, I guess it is the app. I don't need the strategy in the tuning answer. I need the what are you using to do that answer? You use OBS? I thought so. And so here's my beef. Here's my beef with mine. Because I am of darker complexion, I've been trying to find this little happy medium, and my happy medium has never came. Like, you guys can see it just fine right now and stuff, but my happy medium has never came, and I'm just constantly disappointed in some of the results that I've gotten from it, you know? No, I'm not using the webcam. I'm definitely not using the webcam. I'm using a Canon camera, but yeah, I have mine's is a mirrorless Canon camera. It's probably I don't have the latest and greatest one. I'm using the M50. I'm just the skin. I mean, ultimately, you gave me the answer. I just got to tweak some of my. You gave me the answer without telling me. I got to tweak my settings so it's polished. Yeah, I'm being a Uncle Man. I wouldn't call it a. I'm not a perfectionist, but it's like these little tweaks to make it look really nice. That's you know. But I don't want to get another camera. I know what I got to do. I was just wondering what you were using. But today, no, I'm not. So let's go over what happened in the Discord, and we can talk about it. All right. So this is what happened in the Discord. I'll make sure that I got all the players right in the Discord so that we can tell this story, and then we can move forward and we can go into this video. I don't know what to call this video or anything like that, but here we are. I thought your image quality has been top notch since I've been. Well, I appreciate that, Get Wrecked. I really appreciate you. I don't know. I'm before we get to that, real fast, and I'm done with it. So what I'm trying to do, I'm inspired by this guy named Yogomi. And this guy named Yogomi, he's like, dude, when I say this dude is good at what he does, he is good at what he does. Like, I mean it. He is good at what he does. And some of the things that he does, he makes his channel, like, there's different ways you can look at or you receive information and, like, visual information. So there's a difference between a Sesame Street and the way that looks, because Sesame Street is done live and it has this HD 4K look to it. Then you have this like Family Matters look and it has like a gloss over it. And then you have a movie quality look and it has this polish that goes along with it. And then you also have a webcam look like Kai Cenat's. His is very webcammy looking and it like his grainy and gritty. But Yogomi is able to transition between all those different styles. And there's one specifically where he makes it look retro and it has this slight yellow tint over it. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. I really like that. Or sometimes you even have movies that have like this bleed or whatever. So I'm just trying to, like, the more I understand it, the better I can do to work it. But yeah, there's a lot of LUT filters there that do, but they don't work as well on dark skin. And so, matter of fact, if any of you guys, this is an easy win for my friend here, Uncle Manny. Uncle Manny's a great guy, man. Regardless if Uncle Manny thinks I'm his friend, I love the dude to death, man. He's a very good friend of mine. Hey! And I wish he lived closer. I wish he lived closer to me because I like of all the people I like arguing with and getting of all the people I like arguing with and getting mad at, he's like one of my favorites. So I enjoy arguing and be like, man, screw you, dude. And then I'm like, hey, you want to go get a beer? Yeah, let's go get a beer. That's the type of relationship me and Manny have, and I love the guy, man. Like, especially when it comes to wrestling. Wrestling is like, no, screw you. No, screw you. Screw you. Screw you. No, screw you. And you know what? You know what it reminds me of? It goes, me and Uncle Manny's relationship is, hey, what's your name? Tony. Well, fuck you, Tony. No, fuck you. What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel. You see that fire over there? You better not say it. You better not say it. I made that fire. Oh. That's very nice. And I fucked your mother next to it. Oh, fuck you. That's pretty much that's me and Manny, man. and I love him to death, man. But yo, hey, if you have an opportunity to, man, check his TikTok. He's a movie buff. Uncle Manny is a movie buff right here, and he's constantly posting all this great stuff about movies and giving his thoughts on movies. Great. I'm telling. Look, matter of fact, let's check out his latest one.
Spyglass Media, you fucked up. For now, let me explain. Right now, you already heard Melissa Barrera has been removed from Scream 7 due to her exercising her freedom of speech. Spyglass stated they weren't really vibing with her in the comments that she made and labeled them as hate speech for legal purposes, if you ask me. So right now, it's F Scream 7 because rightfully so, getting fired from a job for voicing your views on something you hold dear to your heart, especially one that has to do with human life.
But I'm going to stop right there because I want you guys to go to his channel and give him a follow because he's always giving insights and behind the scenes and all that other great stuff on his channel there. And I think you guys, if you're on TikTok or for that matter, even on YouTube, yeah, keep that one pinned for sure. Even on YouTube, make sure you go check out my friend here. He's trying to get up there in his YouTube journey as well to being a voice of movies. He does have a lot of credibility with the movie scene. He's been in the movie industry for years now at this point. So please go check out my friend. I really appreciate it if you guys did check him out and see all the stuff that he has going on for himself. And again, like I said, I think you guys will really enjoy his content if you enjoy movies and things of that nature. Yes, please go over there and check him out. And then also, here goes my shameless plug. Hey, don't forget the Most Determined Soul, C.J. Berry. We're at 2,730, 34, something like that. And then I'm on. Let's see. The thing is, I don't know what my secondary platform is going to be at this point. I really don't know what I want my second platform to be. This is here goes my stuff right here. It looks. See, I think my stuff looks a little too dark. And I'm gonna try to lighten it up a little bit, but I think it's because of the programs that I'm using to make it that way, right? But overall, look, I think it's decent, you know. But yeah, go ahead, follow mine too if you have the ability to. I'm on all platforms, MDSoul, except for YouTube. I'm MDSoulTV. Somebody look at this. This is what pissed me off, man. I was so mad, and this happened years ago, man. Years ago, and it made me so mad. So here okay, I guess you can just type in MDSoul now. I guess I created enough stuff so that I can, so I can do that. What? Oh, okay. Oh no, here's the other one. This is the one that I got upset with. I'm like, bruh, give it here. Give me my name. So I had to choose MDSoulTV over it, and then there was a couple other people that had some MDSoul stuff going on. But these are all the people that relate to me and all the things that I've liked over the years and stuff. But yeah. Okay, cool. So, there's a band called MDSoul also, but this 14 years ago. So, but I've been MDSoul since 2006, roughly. So, anywho's, check out your boy. Oh, also, I gotta let the world know that we're live over here. Boom. No, that's Uncle Manny stuff. Boom. And great conversation today. Let's go to image, and then we're gonna select the image because we gotta be consistent. We gotta make a YouTube post and let people. We are live now. Letting the world know. And then post. All right. Now we can get into some of the stuff that we're going to be discussing today. I think it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth talking about today, and hopefully you guys will chime in and have the and talk with me about this discussion that we're having right now about I don't know what to call it, rank fatigue. So this is the background. So our friend Bear, he was like, hey, let me know if you want to do some sparring later, hitting up Godzilla God King, right? He just hitting him up saying, hey, where you at? What you doing? And all that other great stuff. And Godzilla King responded back to him. He said, all us Tekken Kings have to work together, right? He said, it's too late for me. I've barely slept and I'm mid Bushin. Go into the light, Bear. Leave me to die. That's freaking hilarious. I got no idea what time zone, so yeah, that's not important. He said, and this is the important part here. That laugh was so deep and hearty. Oh my goodness. He said, no sleeps equals frustration. Frustration equals dumbass mashing. Dumbass mashing equals Bushin ranked. I played all night, got almost Tekken Emperor. Thought, oh yeah, I can grow finally. Only match with gods. Back to back. Got kicked to Bushin because of it. Then stayed up from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. trying to play. Got worse every time. Slept for 3 hours. Then tried again. Still, Bushin because I'm exhausted. You really gotta be cognitively there to play Tekken, man. And this is kind of where I step in. That's where I step in. All right, that's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at. And yeah, we're in a good place, and we're going to be talking. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Scoot up a little bit, so you can see my sincerity in what we're talking about on today. And scoot up a little bit. Again, don't mind a lot of stuff that's here. Also, that's Gorilla. That's not Gorilla. Godzilla God King's arcade stick there that I'm building there. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, the losing salt spiral is a trap. Should have just stopped at 1 a.m. Yes, Orange Avenger, I agree with that. Crimson Desert looks kind of insane. Where's that coming from? What stood out to me is he saw his chance at rank up, so I can finally. Yeah. But your rank isn't your. Oh my goodness! You're already saying what I already know. Oh my. It sounds like people are starting to get to know how I talk. Why? My goodness. Also, don't forget, get your coffee. That's really important. Coffee is important, guys. Secondly, while getting said coffee, make sure you get your coffee from Urban Grounds. Urban Grounds is the place that I get my coffee from. Very good. And the one that's my favorite right now is Creme de la Creme. Creme de la Creme. That's how you say that. And then we have our Minions mug. Banana. That's freaking great coffee. Amazing coffee. Whew. 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 Yeah, coffee, if you drink too much of it, it mess you up because coffee is almost like an laxative. All right. All right, this is where we're at. So this is where the movie is. I'm going to reread what happened and let's just kind of go from there. All right? All right. So greetings, most determined soul. C.J. Berry, the leader of Waves and Waves of People in Determination. Today, we're going to be talking about rank fatigue and what we can do to stop us from getting rank fatigued and dropping all the way back down to green ranks. I'm being a little facetious there when I'm saying drop all the way back down to green ranks, or for that matter, if you're playing Street Fighter, drop all the way back down to bronze rank, or whatever the top rank is, leading back down to that lowest rank that is there. I think this is a very important topic because I think a lot of us have fallen into this trap. Hey, I'm better than you. I'm greater than you. So I should be able to keep on going and keep on moving. Oops, I lost to him. Let me run it back. Oops, I got demoted. Let me get my promotion back. Oops, I got demoted again. And oops, 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 oops. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So now let's go to what actually triggered this idea within my Discord, the Team Capri Discord. If anybody wants to join the Discord, they're more than welcome to join it. We're playing games on a regular basis. Right now, there's a heavy focus on Tekken. So if you're a Tekken player, you're more than welcome to come there. If you're a Street Fighter player, you're more than welcome to be involved within the community because we just like fighting games in general, right? But here it is. This is what happened. This is what got us here. Our friend Bear, he goes, let me know when you want to do some sparring later, Godzilla God King. I call him GGK. He said, all of us Tekken Kings have to work together. You know what we got to do. And this is what Godzilla King's response was. He said, I can't. I can't do it. It's too late for me. Go to the light. Leave me behind. That's what he said. But more specifically, he said, I have no sleep, and that equals frustration. Frustration equals dumb mashing. Dumb mashing means Bushin rank. I played all night, got almost Tekken Emperor, thought, oh yeah, I can finally grow. Only matched with GODs, well, not God of Destruction, Tekken Gods, that is. Back to back, got kicked to Bushin because of it. Then I stayed up from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. trying to play. Got worse every time. Slept for 3 hours, then tried again, still Bushin because I'm exhausted. You really got to be cognitively there to play Tekken, man. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I think that's crazy. And I think that's something that we should all discuss and all be cognizant of when we're playing our game. And I think this is the biggest thing. And I wrote this down because I don't know what made me just like, but I wrote it down. If a video game's rank makes you spiral, it's not the rank. It's what you attach to it. Let me rephrase that. Not even, I'm going to just repeat it again. If a video game is making you spiral, it's not the rank, it's what you attach it to. I think I said that a little bit more clearer the second time. If a video game rank is making you spiral, it's not the rank, it's what you attach it to. I think that's important. I think it's important. QB Play SGT 8-9. 8-9, 8-9, 8-9, 8-9, 8-9. 8-9. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. C3 Allen wonders what happened. Yeah, Orange Avenger. So let's talk about the real reason why we keep on losing rank. And I don't think it's necessarily the combos. I don't think it's pokes. And honestly, I really don't think it's the rank. I want to talk about why people keep on losing their rank and why they can't get it back. Most of the time, it's not skill. And I think this happens in every sport that's out there. In every sport, there's players and then there's coaches. The relationship that's there is, hey, you're the player, you play the game, I'm the coach, and I observe the game, and I'm here to help you. And that's ultimately what I'm here for today, to kind of help you. I don't have to be the best to be able to coach and observe, right? And I'm taking my educational background and applying it to this, right? So I have a minor in coaching from school. I thought I was going to be a school teacher, and I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to add coaching to my resume, and I just didn't end up being a school teacher, and I stayed in the military. I thought I was going to get out of the military, but I ended up staying in, and then I disregarded that and went to get my master's in something else. But yes, I end up observing a lot of behaviors in content creators that I watch, and then also because I have a gaming team myself, a lot of the players on the team. So this is where this is all coming from, and why I'm like, no, I think this needs to be talked about, because I need to give an explanation to what I'm observing here. Here's the big thing here that we have to really think about. What version of yourself is playing ranked? What version of yourself is playing ranked? Are you playing ranked as an emotional person? Are you playing ranked as an analytical person? Are you playing ranked as a competitive player? So that also determines the way you respond to ranked, right? You lose once, cool. You lose twice, you kind of feel it. you lose 3 times, now you're not playing your opponent anymore. You're playing the numbers, right? And now you start defending the numbers. And when you start defending your numbers, your decisions are making changes. You hesitate, you rush, you force reads, you stop blocking, you stop adapting. That's important. That's very important. I don't think that's a skill drop. I think that's attachment. I really think that's attachment. Bye Futeki, what's up, man? How you doing? A Life in Vegas 2. If you don't like it, keep on scrolling. Or you can engage and try to take a step back and listen to what's being said and not be rude. Because it's easy. We can just put you in the shadow realm and you just talk to yourself the whole time. I don't mind doing that. It's perfectly fine. So get with the program or get bent. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming and listening to my TED Talk. Thanks. Just read the title. Just read the title. It's not hard. It's not hard, my friend. Or just keep on scrolling. Keep on scrolling. You know, because we don't have a profile picture and we don't have a real name, we just think we can say anything we want. I've never been okay with that. If that's the attention that you wanted, I just gave it to you. If you respond with something positive and trying to get with the program, I'll respond that way. If not, I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm just going to keep on moving, and you'll just stay in the shadow realm. That simple. I feel when I play an hour of ranked, I play my best. Then after 3 hours, I'm going with the motions and lose that focus. Interesting. 10 losses, you put a fight stick through a monitor. That's funny. Bye, Futeki. I hope all is well with you, brother. All right, let's go into this next part here. Let's talk about the 4 signs. The 4 signs you're attached to your rank. I think this is really important. Let's call it out clearly. I think one of the big ones is instant rematch, and we're going to go back and discuss. Instant rematch. The next one is playing faster. The one after that is talking crazy to your community or your friends or your chat. And then I think the fourth one is blaming characters. If you have any additional thoughts on that, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to discuss because it might not just be 4. It might be more than that. Please let me know in the comments below, and we definitely can discuss and have a conversation about a lot of this stuff here. So first, instant rematch. Now, I'm not talking about, first the 2, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Generally, that's what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, if you recognize that someone is clearly outmatching you and outdoing you, sometimes a one and done is perfectly fine. A lot of folks say, oh, one and done is unethical. And I get that. I totally understand. But sometimes a one and done is important here. So, for example, with our friend that was having a hard time ranking up and he saw, Tekken Emperor right there in his grasp, and he kept on matching up with Tekken Gods. I'm not one and doneing because I'm a punk or I am not ready for that particular person. I'm doing it because I'm just outmatched, right? I'm just outmatched, and there's nothing you can do about that, right? So you're not necessarily doing it because I'm up for the challenge. No, you're doing it because hey, my goal is to get the rank, not necessarily to prove to this group of people that I'm worthy of the rank. And I think there's a difference between the two, and setting your boundaries and understanding why you are in rank right there, right? Sometimes you don't rematch because it's optimal. You're rematching because your ego wants correction. The rematch button shouldn't be the strategy. It shouldn't be emotional. It should be because, hey, I'm confident in playing right now and I'm going to continue to move forward. Rambo, 1973. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. Hope all is well. Just go ahead and put them in the shadow realm. Ego is the final boss. Yes, Ego definitely is the final boss, man. For sure. For sure. Who's playing rank for hours? I go for like 10 matches max. That's a pretty good strategy. That's a pretty good strategy. I agree. Rematch every time? Nah, if you're clearly if you're clearly playing against someone that has more skill than you, there's kind of no point in rematching, man. There really isn't, dude. It just kind of is what it is, bro. I think that's really important to recognize. So for example, get wrecked. It's not about me being better than you, but after a while, you would like, CJ, I don't want to play you no more because you keep on beating me. In addition to that, I'm getting demoted on top of that. That's not good for your mental health either. Now, the next one is what happens. You play faster. Playing faster doesn't necessarily equate to, hey, I just turned up and I just got better. No, it turns into a mash fest. Anybody recognize that part right there? Hey, I think I'm turning up. I need to push more buttons. And that's not really what you need to do, right? Speed usually means that you have anxiety. You're anxious. You're trying to outrun the discomfort. It just kind of is what it is when it comes to that. So I think that's part of the issue, is being anxious about either A, losing the rank, or B, trying to achieve the said rank, right? Another good way I can tell that rank is really getting to you within this list that we already listed out is talking crazy to folk, man. And I get it. You're embarrassed. Instead of saying you got outplayed, your pride is hurt and you're projecting onto other people. And I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's okay at all. And I think the last one here, which I know for a fact is a thing, because I literally just watched the video not too long ago. I think it was with Joe Button, Shinblade, and a couple other guys that were talking about this. It's blaming characters, right? Because within fighting games, you don't got a partner. You don't got a partner at all. All you can do is continue to point at yourself and go, this is what I did. But some people aren't able to confront themselves and say, hey, it's my fault. I don't know my character as much as I thought I did. And the best way I can get over this is by blaming the other person's character. Because blame feels good. Blame feels good. And you know what? Blame takes away the idea that I have to improve. It takes away the idea that you have to improve. And that includes Street Fighter. I remember this one time I was playing my friend, and this was when I was younger, and I had this bad habit of just jumping in. And he was playing Guile, and blade kick, crouching heavy, blade kick. I was like, yo, bro, Guile is OP. Remember, this is 14-year-old me, not 40-year-old me. And I was blaming the character that I was playing against instead of focusing on me adapting and improving. And I'm constantly seeing that. Hey, people don't want to go back and look at the replays and see the reason why it was an issue to begin with. How do I get over that? How do I understand this matchup? A lot of times these aren't, you know, execution issues. I think a lot of times these are identity issues. Boy Wonder, what's up? How's it going? Hope all is well. I'm a class player. The first year of Tekken 8 was the most frustrating I felt ever. Felt every with a fighting game. I even threw my Mayflash 700. I thought I bought through the wall. Wow. Going into year 3, I just laugh at the moment. Yo, bro, wow. Personally, if somebody is wiping me out, my goal changes. Instead of trying to win, I pay attention to what they are doing. Wow, the Mayflash, she's a freaking brick. You're right. Dreek Kundo, what's up, man? How's it going? What is defending rank? We're talking about it right now. Just sit back, relax, and strap on your seat belt. You get to a point where you got to stop. No, absolutely, Bafuteki. I just meant I don't think I could. I just meant I don't think I could keep going in rank that long. No, that's fair. I respect that. Boy Wonder, what's up, man? How's it going? I feel that more people need. What the cuss? I feel that more people need to realize they are not in sync and need to take a breath, take a walk. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's just like talking louder to win an argument. Yeah, absolutely, Button Drummer. I agree with that. Playing fast doesn't work. I find I have to slow down. Slowing down gives me results. Absolutely. I got a lot of streams, and we'll see a player break down and continue playing, making tons of mistakes. Yes. What games you playing nowadays? Boy Wonder, I'm playing a lot of Tekken. I think I'm gonna get back into Street Fighter 6, and then offline, I'm playing Castlevania Collection right now, and then I'm waiting for Resident Evil 9 to release. We beat 2 through 8 on stream, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm playing in a nutshell. I learned how to play, relax, and accept Kazuya's flaws in the game and just grind it out to Bush. That's more than fair. I won't lie. I blame Steve. I strongly dislike Steve. I'm not gonna say hate because I haven't figured him out yet fully, but I'm gonna figure out Steve for sure. As someone who has streamed a ton of tournament matches, I can tell when someone's gonna lose. Oh yeah, you can see the tilt in their eyes. They're like, oh yeah, oh yeah. You can see it from a distance for sure. When you look at them in the camera, you can see that they are searching. Yes. Yeah, I did just start randomly drool on stream. I don't know why I did that, but it happens sometimes. It cancels a lot of orders. See, the good thing about Steam is you don't have to worry about them canceling order. This what? No. What? What? No, hey, yo, wow, no. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a good one. All right, here we go. Now, this is just a personal point here, for me when it comes to how I do it. It's not about the rank itself, right? I'm a Tekken King. I have no shame in saying I'm a Tekken King, and personally, I just kind of stayed there, right? Typically, when I get a new rank or new rank section specifically, I just kind of stay there and I stop playing ranked because I don't feel like I'm ready. Because at each level, there's a switch that you have to turn on to get better and play better. A lot of this isn't because I'm scared or anything like that. I could care less. I'm in the military. I have things that are more important, and I'm like, playing the game, though it's important to me, I understand that there are more important things, like being in a position to train soldiers to make sure they stay alive is very, very, very important to me. I'm a communications officer, so being able to train soldiers to ensure that they're able to let people communicate, I think that's more important, and it's a perspective thing, you know. So it's not that I'm scared, because there's other things to actually be scared of. It's not about my pride. I just understand, like, if this is where I'm at right now, I need to get proficient in this area right here, right? Because they're playing at a different level right now. Thus, if you looked at, something like the military, do people fast track? Yes, there's a level of maturity that happens when you do fast track, right? And the same rules apply to gaming. There is the ability to fast track, but there's a moment when you plateau and you can't fast track anymore, right? So a person that comes in as I'm only going to speak on the side that I know. A person that comes in as a lieutenant, they're not necessarily going to fast track all the way up to major, lieutenant colonel. They're going to stay there for a little while so that they understand what's going on and understand the why, right? So when they finally understand the ins and outs of being a leader and how to interact with soldiers, which typically happens over 3 to 4 years, then they become a captain, and then the process starts all over again. They don't become a captain and say, boom, I got it, and then they get promoted to major. I think that makes sense. In the same way, you kind of got to treat ranked in any fighting game in that same way. Hey, I'm going to stay here for a second. I'm going to get quick matches. I'm going to get matches with my friends. I'm going to find other people that are within this rank, and I'm going to learn some things because I'm playing at a different level and at a higher level. So for me, that's what quick match is. Let me see these other guys playing at that level, and let me consistently play with those guys until I have a better understanding of how that particular section or how that area works. To me, that makes sense. To me, that makes a lot of sense. It removes the pressure of gaining points and getting that next rank within that color. It helps me stabilize my decisions. And if my gameplay starts looking clean, and my gameplay starts getting better, when I finally do get to rank, all the numbers and all that other stuff, it just completely disappears. So if I'm consistent in this quick match area, good, I belong here.
You gotta do what? I gotta believe.
Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. If it doesn't, that's more information that I need to absorb so that I can learn what I need to do. Rank is feedback, not validation. Eat, sleep, push one, repeat. What's up? How's it going? Oh, you be nice all you want to. Just when you first meeting people. That's one of my problems with the internet. There's a level of familiarity that's there on the internet that we don't have in person. And I'm a person where familiarity doesn't come off right off the bat. I think that's important. Like, typically, and I'm going to get back to this. I'm going to edit all this stuff out. typically, I don't go to somebody in the middle of their conversation and go, yo, what the hell are you talking about? Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Come on, calm down. Calm down. People get hit in the mouth for that. People get hit in the mouth for that. So there's familiarity and this level of comfort that comes from the internet. And in addition to that, people don't like being checked on that, even though in real life they actually would get checked. You know? But it's all good. I'm a understanding guy. I definitely am. I'm definitely an understanding guy. However, I also know who I am in real life, and that applies to everything else that I do with the content that I make. I'm be able to stand comfortably in my skin and making sure that I'm not entertaining at the expense of my dignity more than anything else. I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. All right, next one. This next part is where my coaching philosophy comes into play. The big core part of my coaching philosophy is it's just like the military, right? You have to have purpose, direction, and motivation, right? So every time I coach somebody or I engage in somebody and trying to give them advice, or for that matter, with my gaming team, I'm not the lead coach. I'm the founder and the owner of my team, right? And for that matter, even with Army Esports, I'm the team manager for Army Esports, FGC. And my goal is to find purpose, direction, and motivation for each player that's there. A lot of times we get into these spaces where we're like, yo, I'm not really sure what my purpose is, and I don't understand what my purpose is, so I'm going to try to touch everything. I'm going to try to touch everything. This is sign language for I'm trying to touch everything, right? If your purpose is ranked and to get your points back, you've already been compromised because, that's not the real purpose of ranked, right? If you have no direction before you're cued, your emotions will decide how you play. If your motivation collapses after 3 losses, it wasn't based off of growth, nor was it based off of validation. Before you queue up into ranked, make sure you understand what rank means to you. In my opinion, I think rank is a measurement tool, not necessarily a validation tool. And I think a lot of people use ranked as validation versus using it for measuring where they are at within the skill that they have. Shikashi. What? Button drummer? Yeah, don't tell me when it comes. It will do the complete opposite. That's true. Losses give me more motivation. Well, that's good. That's good. So now the next part here. What's our reset protocol? What is your reset protocol? Let me know in the comments below and let me know how you kind of take a step back and reset. If you find yourself spiraling or you think you're spiraling, let's find some ways that we can fix that. Is that fair for you guys? We're going to find ways to fix your spiraling. Step 1. Stop the rank session. Come on. I think that's common sense. If you lose I think the magic number is if you lose like several matches in a row. Let's go. I'm gonna go 2. Right? You queue up. You get in there. You start playing. You're already warmed up. You already been labbing, and you lose about 2 matches back to back. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop for a second, and we're gonna take a step back, and we're gonna take a deep breath. All right. I think that's fair. I'm not going to say you're done for the day necessarily, but we're gonna take a step back though. I think that's important. That immediately I got to queue back up. I got to queue back up. I got to queue back up. We got to turn that off for a second, you know. And that's the thing that's going to knock you down in your rank, because at that point you're already going to see, you know, your next step is you're getting ready to get demoted, right? And that's just demotivating, right? That's tough. That's rough. And I don't want to see you lose your rank. I don't want to see you get demoted, right? But ultimately, you're not required to gain those points back immediately. And you got to put that in your head. Like, my goal isn't to regain these points right now in this moment. I'm going to take a step back, maybe check out some of my replays. Why did I lose? What did I not understand in that moment? I think that's very important. I think another good one is changing your environment just a little bit. And like I said, go to Quick Match. There's nothing wrong with Quick Match. Look at Quick Match as like a area that you can do your replays. You already looked at your replays from ranked, right? We already looked at that there. My camera's getting fuzzy. There we go. But I want you to look at Quick Match as a live practice mode more than anything else, and then replay and review a lot of the things that you've done, and you'll quickly get an understanding of what happened and why you need to slow down and readjust to how you're playing, right? If your numbers are controlling you, remove the numbers. It's important. Step 3, narrow your focus. Pick one thing. Blocks, block low, throw breaks. How do I play Tiny Tekken? How do I stop from getting zoned out? Focus on one specific thing that you're noticing that you're having an issue with. Or, for that matter, go to a buddy. Hey, man, I am not seeing what's going on and why I'm having such an issue right now. And then once your buddy or your coach or whoever points out what they observed, work on that stuff. Work on it, and then work on it some more. I think what I have written down in my notes here, let me double check. It says, I wrote down today's win conditions becomes decision quality, right? Not necessarily rank points or getting to that next level. You don't fix emotional rank play with more ranked. There it is. We don't fix emotional rank play with more rank. That just doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense at all. You fix it with structure, and 9 times out of 10, structure beats emotion, right? I think that's generally true. Structure beats emotion almost 9 times out of 10. So finally here, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, So here are some of my other thoughts that go along with this. If you can't lose without change, who are you? Rank probably will own you at that point. I typically don't spiral because I don't argue with reality. I know a lot of people come to my stream. It's like, yo, you're probably the coolest, like, not in the cool, like, oh, you're cool, but like you're cool, calm, and collective majority of the time. You say, oh man, dang, that's messed up, or and you get back to it because I just don't argue with the reality of it right now. So I got to Tekken King. I set my goal, and if you haven't seen that video before about goal setting, I set my goal, and I stopped. I was like, boom, my goal is to get Tekken King, to get in those purple ranks right there. And I'm going to stop right there. And then once I get there, that means I have to go to that next level of understanding of the game. And I just stopped. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Not because I'm scared. Not because, I need to get to that guy. I stopped because it just makes sense to me that I reached the goal that I was going to have. And God of Destruction wasn't necessarily my goal, period. Now, if everything was a breeze, that'd be a little bit different, but it's not necessarily a breeze for me. I don't even think it's because I suck or anything like that. I just know there's other things in my toolkit that needs to be improved on. I have no problem with admitting that reality. And I think that's okay. If I lost, I lost, right? Either I earned it or I learned it. Or I say I just wasn't there yet. And for me, do I think I can get to at least Tekken God Supreme? Yes, absolutely. I would have to grind it out. But those types of mental stacks for me right now, I don't think they would put me in a good emotional state or a good mindset. You got to know yourself and know the things that trigger you emotionally. I think at that point, I'm not really defending my rank anymore. I think I'm focused on building the skill at that point. I want my skill to match what I'm doing. How many times have you heard somebody say, you're not playing high level insert game? I think we've heard that often. We heard that a lot coming from different people. And then you were slightly offended, like, I am. How can I not be playing high level insert game here and I'm a high level rank? It's because you just were grinding it out more than it is that you deserve the skill. If you grind it out enough, you're eventually going to get there. But ultimately, in my opinion, once you gain the skill, the rank naturally follows. I think that's fair. Now that we had the discussion, let's go play. Now do me a big solid. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I said that funny. Let me rephrase that. Now that we discussed all those things, leave some comments down below so that we can keep on talking and talk about strategy specifically, right? I love talking this strategy stuff, and maybe I can put that in my toolkit, or maybe you can help somebody else put it in their toolkit. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'm the most determined soul, C.J. Berry. Success and victory. Don't block with your face, and I will see you guys on the next time. Peace out. And hopefully, this helps other people too. Brandon Simpson, 6220. Yes, I am on Twitch as well. You can catch me there. How about that? Yeah, you can catch me on that side, man. If you want to. MDSoul everywhere. My reset protocol, the White Boy Classic, I slam them up. I punch a wall and hit. Oh man, that's so unhealthy. That is very unhealthy, my friend. Oh God. Oh my freaking goodness, bro.
You gotta do what?
Oh
I
my
gotta
gosh,
believe.
man. What? Thanks for that follow, dude. I really appreciate that. Golly. Oh, dude, man, that's funny. He's definitely a Kyle. Kyle. Wait, hold on. Orange Avengers. Oh my God, Orange Avenger. Step 1, hit a bowl. Step 2, smash the wife. Step 3, forget I was playing fighting games and shift operators. Hey, that's actually pretty solid.
Who's the birthday girl? You're the birthday girl. You're the birthday girl. Who's the birthday girl? You're the birthday girl. Who's the birthday girl? You're the birthday girl. You're the birthday girl. Who's the birthday girl? You're the birthday girl.
Book. Yo, that's a good one. That's a good one. Step 4, step 5, profit. Yeah, I don't want to profit off it necessarily. Facts. These games have features that will allow you to rewatch your. That's the best feature. Yo, Tech, bro. That's the best feature. We never had that before. I mean, technically we had it like Tekken 7 and Street Fighter, but like right now, it's in its like best state ever to rewatch your freaking matches. Why is that a problem? And it gives you combos instead, dude, bro. I'm like, come on, man. Ali, what's up, man? How's it going? Let's give that man Ollie some golf claps. Who just Hadouken? Yo, what's up? How's it going? How you doing, Hadouken? I like that name. That's actually a pretty solid name. That's freaking great. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, Nick, what's up, man? So I wanted to share with this publicly that the stuff me and my group is playing no longer happen due to. Oh no. Ah, man, that's horrible, man. Yo, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm extremely sorry to hear that, bro. Man, you're gonna make me I'm about to tear up. I'm like yo, especially during Black History Month, I hate to hear something like that. So those of you that are here right now and want to know about me and how I operate, I enjoy seeing people win. You know, I would think Baifutek. I respect him as a man and I respect him as a friend. Baifutek. He's another guy that's like Uncle Manny, where he's a guy that I can argue with and get mad at, and then hey, you want to go get a beer? He's another one of those guys, right? It's definitely hey, what's your name, Tony? Fuck you, Tony. Hey, what's your name? Ezekiel. Well, fuck that, Ezekiel. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. We honestly, the biggest reason why I'm like gonna go and I don't care what people think, because I have a timeshare in Vegas. I'm gonna use my timeshare. Why wouldn't I use it? You know, I have this whole thing about not necessarily going against the grain or going against what people are doing, but it's like I got my own thoughts, man. At Font. Oh, that's what's up. I know what you meant, but yeah, am I allowed to think for myself? I think that's a whole conversation too. Are we allowed to think for yourself? And that's, oh man, that eats me up on the inside, like for real. Wait, hold on. You're going well. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Ollie. More golf claps for Ollie. For real, though, some of this just comes down to mental fortitude. We choose to get tilted. It's not done to us. The guy that beat me is having a good time, and it's still just a game. No, big facts. That's definitely true. That is definitely true. Absolutely. No problem. Definitely tune in again and appreciate. No doubt, man. No doubt. Exactly. And I think that's my biggest thing, right? So I had a discussion with the guy on YouTube. I wasn't mad or anything like that. I'm just like, yo, why are you grilling me? You know? It's like so my argument is, you know, I just said, all I said was I like Tekken. Well, you need a reason. No, I don't. I just like it. Now if I said using an opinion, because that's a fact. For me, I like Tekken. There's no opinion behind it. That's a fact. But if I said Tekken 8 is the best game ever, well, that means we need to have some dialogue and saying, wait, hold on, why is it the best game ever? I can't just say just because, right? So now this turns into, why can't I have my own brain and say I like something? Well, subjectively, you got to admit it's a bad game. No, I don't. Not if I just want to play it. Why's your favorite color blue? Because it is? Get out of my face. Why do you live in New York? Because I do. Why? What? Because I live there. That's why. You know? And and I think that's kind of where my beef and my issue and my problems are with, you know, all this controversy with Evo and all these. Let me scoot up. Let me talk to you. I feel like I'm talking to you guys from a distance. I'll just scoot up here. That's why I think there's this weird controversy going on with things like Evo. Subjectively, just admit your back. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Daywalk, what's up, man? Welcome in. I don't know. Best game ever is definitely a line in the sand, and now you got us tussle. It's how we express our caveman as needs for. I don't disagree with that. I really don't. Right. So so back to this Evo thing, right? So, you know, hey, Evo, it's blood money. Is it really? Is it really? Evo, we can't go there because we're supporting people that kill people. Are we? Look who's calling the kettle black, right? I'm in the military. I can admit that. I'm like, wait, hold on. I can't constantly have all this, you know, opinion and thought on business specifically, knowing that the place that I live is not perfect. Every time you drive a car, you support people who kill. And that's kind of my point, man. That's kind of my point. And in this, it's kind of where, like, all right, so like let's use the guy, let's use a couple of guys, right? And I'm gonna trigger Bifuteki. I'm gonna trigger him because he's gonna be like, oh, don't get me started. I'm having a hard time. The first one I'm gonna say is I'm having a hard time with Maximilian Dude's stance with, you know, SNK games. I'm having a hard time because he said, I don't support it because of my moral stances and my moral causes, right? While at the same time still playing the daggone game. I'm not gonna support Evo and I'm not gonna do Evo, but then at the same time you're still gonna stream and support it, while not streaming and supporting other major things that you could actually support, like Texas Showdown. To me, that doesn't make sense. Then the next one is Sajam. I watch his content. I don't have any real beef with him or anything like that. Because, obviously, he doesn't even know who I am, right? But Sajam, he's kind of taking a very similar stance. But like, bro, you support a lot of things that are still within the realm of what you're, I'm going to put quotation, protesting. I don't want to call it protesting, because it's not protest. It's not a real protest. But like, you're protesting this thing here. It's like, what are we doing? No, absolutely. It definitely is a safe place. It's definitely a safe place. How can you say, hey, I hate this person, owns it, and will not support it, but they dude, I'm just freaking mind blown. Yes. Bro, yes. Bro, yes. Like if you do not support something like Evo, and you don't support Sony at this point, you definitely can't support Microsoft. Who's Bill Gates? Both of those guys kind of bug me. They love virtues signaling. I'm here for the gains. Put the fries in the bag. Yo, I feel you on that, Orange Avenger. No, I definitely feel you on that. Hey, Lenore, what's up, man? How's it going? Get wrecked. I watch all these creators for the views perspective on the games. I don't care too much about the out of the game opinions. Right. I'm kind of in that same boat, because I know what profession that I'm in, and it's like, yo, I'm doing this to get away from it, you know. I mean, in that case, we got to stop watching the NFL. We got to start watching the NBA. We got to stop watching a lot of movies, you know. But they want to reap from it. Like, those people they don't like own 8% of gaming companies. They bought EA, but never been a fan of those guys. Both of them. Like, dude, used to beg, you got to stop watching a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you got to stop watching. Let me see. Let me pull something up. Let me see if I'm right here. There's a lot of things you got to stop. Is the in company that my stuff. It's kind of the same argument that I have about AI. Oh, I hate AI. Okay, well, stop using everything that relates to the internet then, if you hate AI. So like, AI is in your algorithm, AI is in your phone, AI is in Alexa, it's in Apple Home, Siri is all AI's been around for a long time. So you can't say you hate it and then pick and choose, when you want to hate it, Let's see. Wow. There's some crazy things here that I'm looking at. Key American investments, in some cases holdings based on recent SEC filings and report include electric vehicles, Lucid Group, it has a major stake in that, 54 to 62%. Technology in gaming, Uber Technologies, ride sharing, Electronic Arts, Take-Two Interactive, financial and data, Visa for crying out loud. Wow. Sports entertainment, Live Nation Entertainment, Industrial, Merck & Co., strategic partnerships with Amazon Web Service, Microsoft, Oracle, Google Cloud, and BlackRock. I mean, and let's not talk about the partnerships with WWE. That's a story for another. That's a story for another day. But like, God, other U.S. investments. It has stakes in companies like Live Nation, Apple. I'm like, yo, this self-righteousness, I think that's the word I've been using with my wife as I discuss these things. This self-righteousness just eats me up. Like, do this, king of the castle, do this, do this. Look at me. I'm self-righteous. I can't do no wrong. And you know what? Morally these nuts. Yes, I mean it. Yeah. Like people they don't like on April. Yes, they buy. Yeah, but never been a fan of. Like, dude, used to be. Gotta stop watching a lot of these dudes. Used to DM to watch my content on their channel, and I let them. You would think then you want to ask them for something, it would be come with no problem. No, this is my fee. And you're like, yo, yeah, and it comes with a big middle finger to him too, right? I'm a bit of a philosopher and a metaphysics guru, and basically no one is ready for the real conversations, and that's for the best. No, I don't disagree with that necessarily. People want to bitch about something always. Meanwhile, you have no morals or values. So please shut up. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I dislike BlackRock, but it's because I like to buy a new home this decade. I feel you. Like, there is an entitled content creator here in this area. She thinks because she's white and a part of the LGBT community, that she can speak on issues concerning black and other minorities. She has stated publicly that she hates the regime and is boycotting it, yet will support the event that are supported by the regime. Like, that doesn't make sense. No, I'm with you on that. That doesn't make sense at all. I can understand having a political stance on something, but when you come with you can't play the game because blood money, people gonna check out and get annoyed. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like when when people were saying Russian games should be removed from Steam because Ukraine war. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? You said not a fan of white people. All money is dirty. Big facts. Yogomi, what's up, man? Yo, Yogi. That's another guy. I'm gonna write down the names of the people that I need to reach out to. I think I'll have time this weekend. Most of the time, it's not because I'm trying to ignore people. It's because I got kids and I know how deep the conversation will go, and I know how passionate people are about the things that they love. Like, no one does their homework. They take things for what people say. Yes, that's always bugged me as racist all on its own. Like, black LGBT are so stupid they can't defend themselves. That's a hot take. Like, we are at the point where they're controlling where people are going. Yes, notice what events people say to go to. Everybody's tired of. I'm kind of tired of that too. I think my biggest thing is and I think that's probably the point. My opinion is disregarded a lot. As a black American during Black History Month, my opinion is disregarded a lot, you know, and you know, it's you as a black person should get over it, right? And some of that is not get over it. It's you have to acknowledge it so that I can move forward, right? And then you can't negate my experience. You can't negate my experience because my experience is important, and why it applies to my opinion that I have of this particular situation. So as a black American, I'm gonna take a different stance when someone says, "Hey, blood money. Hey, did you know that this organization over here did this? Did you know this organization over here did that?" So when I say I'm not supporting Target anymore, man, get over it, man. You're overthinking it. Excuse me? Are we? Did you not just say something about this blood money over here? Did you not say something about this organization getting support from these guys over here? So I need you to take a stance, a moral stance on all of it and not some of it. I think that's really important. You just need a white lady to follow you and make sure people listen. I'm white and I said listen to this black man. People want a virtual signal to try to show that they are someone who cares about others. But I would say all these celebrities and streamers unfortunately develop into false idols for people who can't think for themselves. Thus, they have to represent the correct opinion even if they don't agree with it. That's why American society is ass. I used to think it was strictly American, but it's definitely spread worldwide. Right. I can get with that. I think the only thing that I'm going to argue about the American space, again, it's not to say that I hate being American or I hate this or that. I don't really hate. It's like I just don't care enough to hate it. You know. I'm more on just stand on business more than anything else. You know, if you don't like something, don't like something. So here it is. The American influence has been worldwide since 1950, right? Since 1950, America way of business is having influence, not necessarily saying I'm taking over via war, because that doesn't work. And there's a lot of casualties that come along with it. Now, will America go, hey, we're going to go to war? Yeah, absolutely they will. But it's about influence. And how do we influence? Through movies, through style. Like how many people or how many countries dress and act like us and try to recreate the things that we've created. That's why K-pop exists. That's why Bollywood exists. You know, that's very much American influence, right? And now that other countries are understanding like, yo, that's the way we should go. Influence. Oh no, you can't do influence. Oh, don't influence me. Dude, doesn't make sense to protest Target anyways. They were on their... It does. Because they weren't for a second, because the Orange Avengers. So what happened with Target is they took away all the black brands and stuff like that because of this. Hey, Target's too woke, and I hate when people say woke is woke replaces the N-word, right? I'm not gonna call you an N-word. You just woke. You're not even using it in the right context, right? But anywho, that's what Target did. So African Americans last year, we protested by not shopping at Walmart, not shopping at Target. Target felt it, and they're like, my bad. We'll bring all the black stuff back and we'll continue to support. But by that time, it was too late. The damage has already been done. Now they're in repair mode. Do I still go to Target? Yes, it's right down the street. It's just freaking convenient, right? But there's a lot of people that said, no, I'm not supporting it, period, and still won't support it. Target got my action. Yep, big facts. I got a lot of action figures from Target. I got a crap ton of action figures from Target. Yes, I'm with you on that, brother. I am definitely on your side. My response when someone tells me to get over it is, nah, you get over it. I feel you. Like, nah, bro. Man, why are you edging into this? I don't want to live in Minnesota. And this is all we talk about every day. Hey, Seabrooks lives in Minnesota. He's a prominent black man in that area. I'm taking my black dollars wherever I want, and I don't need permission or opinions. How I spend my money in yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's not support Spotify because they play ice. Yes, guess what? So does everything else. Ads are served by several platforms. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they all take the money. Money why? It's green. Yes. It's why BET exists. Yes. It's not the same anymore because no one black works at BET. Right. Exactly. I thought you were talking about the ICE protest. No. I'm not talking about the ICE protest. So are we boycotting Amazon? So like one of the things that happened out here in St. Louis, in the St. Louis area, I was over at I was volunteering and doing things at this place called Localhost, and a group of people were like, "We're not going to support Localhost." And they're like, "Why are you going to support Localhost?" Because the owner, he does crypto. Crypto is deceitful, and he's going to try to trick everybody to buy crypto. No, you're confusing NFT with crypto. That's the first thing. And investing in crypto is different than trying to get people to buy NFT. So why won't you protest Jake Paul and Logan Paul? Because they were kind of the leaders of. I just woke up. That's the face I make on. So now any Jake Paul fight, Logan Paul fight, anytime they're on WWE, turn off the TV. Don't talk to me about it. I still won't watch or pay for a Mel Gibson movie after his cell phone rant when he told his wife or daughter he hopes she gets. Oh yeah. Yeah. I never liked Hulk Hogan. I don't like him either. There's a lot of cats that are out there that I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to support those types of people. You know, someone said, and if I do support it, I'm doing it out of irony more than it is that I'm supporting it wholeheartedly. Like, for example, creating a Hulk Hogan character in Tekken. No, I do that out of irony because he passed away, not that I'm a fan of Hulk Hogan, you know? All that gives me a headache. Not a literal headache, but it's like I'm just trying to it's hard to wrap your head and mind around all that stuff, man. Orange Avenger. I respect it. I respect it. B had the Hulk Hogan outfit on Paul way before he died. I just thought it looked cool, funny. Yeah, it's kind of like that, right? Again, I think all those things are important thoughts. You know, they're very, very important thoughts, and I just don't. Again, I don't understand. I just have a very, very hard time understanding. At one area, you're saying get over it. In other areas, we're saying we support it. I'm just baffled on how that works. I watched Gremlins 2 not too long ago. I watched Gremlins 2 not long ago, and it reminded me the star power Hogan had at the end of the 80s. Yeah, that's an understatement. That's an Hogan had star power? Dude, Hogan was it. Period. He was it. Period. Like, for real. Tell me why ain't nothing but a... All right, so one thing. Oh, hold on. Now here we go. We're going to shameless plugs now. We're going to shameless plugs. We got it. We're gonna have a new item in the Capri store. Here really soon. I wouldn't say revamp the store or anything like that. We're gonna be adding a lot of items on to the store, and one of the items we're gonna add there is this keychain. I think this is pretty cool. I like this a lot. You can put it on your keychain. It's a little fidget A little fidget thing. Just doot, 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 doot. When you're mad at somebody, you're just like, electric wind God fist. Ah, death fist. Ah, Hadouken. Ah, Hadouken. That's get over here. Or you can just call it an easy button. And I don't know if I'm gonna stick with this design right here, that little, the fist or anything like that. I might just put the Capri logo there, because I don't think I can do that, because I don't like, I just grabbed this logo off a line, this Tekken fist. I didn't draw it, but I think this is pretty cool, and I think this can ultimately help the team get where they're trying to go. Right now, the season of Team Capri is in, so I haven't been adding new players to the team, but I'm always welcoming new people to come play and enjoy us. We'll probably open up the door for Team Capri again after Evo, and because we're trying to hit some goals, right? And once Evo is done, like, all right, cool. We got all the things that we want to pay for paid, and we got all the places we want to went to, and we just kind of go from there and trying to figure things out. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to, after Evo, like, open up the door a little bit more to our how we put it together, and I think that's something that we're going to talk about maybe next week. On how to really build a gaming team and how my gaming team works, and how important it is that once you have a gaming team, you invest in your people and engage in the people that you already have. I think the way that we put gaming teams together right now, I don't think it's functional, and I don't think it's sustainable, because and like people been saying, like, oh, you're a t-shirt brand. I'm a broke single parent. Evo is a dream. I doubt I'll ever make it. Here it is, Button Drummer. I can help you make it there. And I think that's the big thing about having a team. There's a lot of guys that normally wouldn't be able to go, but now as a collective, we made it possible for people to go. Right? Oh, that's a good one. I'll get to that. I'll get to the 2XKO after I finish this thought. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, man. Yeah. You here it is. And I kind of leave it at this because I want to get the full idea out on next week. Once I'm back from my trip. I'm leaving town. I won't be live tomorrow. Or I might be. I don't know. Depending on what's going on, I might be live in the evening or something like that. But I'll be gone. I have a work trip that I have to participate in. My yearly training brief. I have to brief a 2-star. Well, my team, my unit has to brief a 2-star, and I'm a heavy asset in building and uplifting these company commanders, and I help guide them in how they're supposed to brief and stuff like that. So I'll be out of town for a little while. But I'll be back on Monday and we'll talk about that. And more specifically, how a t-shirt organization isn't sustainable for building teams. I say it again for the people in the back. Being a t-shirt organization is not sustainable for building teams. And I think that's a very important thing to note. And what I'm building with Team Capri, instead of going, this is MDSoul's product, I'm saying it's Team Capri's product. Instead of saying that MDSoul and Crazy work together for coaching, I'm saying Team Capri works together for coaching, right? This is a keychain that MDSoul made. This is Team Capri's keychain, and all those things are that enables the team to collectively make moves and go places. No different than this isn't just my sponsorship. This is the team sponsorship, right? With coffee, and that's another thing that I gotta aggressively get after with some of the folks in the team and saying, tell people to get more coffee. Jesus Christ! All right, lunch lift, pyramid arms. Everyone loves working the glamour muscles, trying to look like you when I turn. Ooh, gun show. You didn't think that was going to happen. You thought it was little. Gun show. Yo, Seabrooks. Yo, I'm going to hit you up and tell you what my secret is. I almost cut out all alcohol. That's my secret, biggest secret. Yeah, I'm seeing mixed opinions on 2XKO. Some are saying the smaller team will be more focused. Others are dooming it. I thought the game is doing fine, and Riot maybe had too high expectations. Need more fighters. All right, fast thoughts on 2XKO. I think I don't mind talking about that. 2XKO I think is dope. 2XKO I think is an amazing game, and I think it's dope, right? But I think the biggest issue with 2XKO, they didn't release enough characters, right? 10 characters isn't enough. In my opinion, I think to establish themselves, I think they probably should have done a 1v1. I think that might have worked a little bit better, and then they can really focus, because for a 1v1, that roster isn't too small. I also think that outside of that part right there, them only doing the alpha testing and letting a lot of the PC players get ahead of the console players, I think that was a bad move. And that's just my opinion. Everybody else can have a different one. I just think that was a bad move in letting all the PC players get it in while letting the console players just sit back and, get beat up, right? And if they released it either both at the same time, or prioritize the console players. And here's my thought on that, right? If you're a PC player, 9 times out of 10, you still have a console. Most PC players mean that you got some sort of money, because PCs are expensive, right? So release it on console first, put it in alpha, and then put it in PC. And PC players, even though sometimes we're not reasonable, because I'm a PC player myself, even though PC players sometimes can't be reasonable, they understand, and they're just used to coming second. Kind of is what it is. Don't at me on that part right there. That sounded mad sexual, but I don't mean it in that way, right? So I think that's part of it too. So now, I think the biggest thing is that I think the biggest thing here is that when Riot released, they thought people were going to be invested because Riot, right? Riot believes everything they touch turns to gold. And that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true that they can do that, right? They haven't established themselves as a fighting game company. They established themselves as something else. So League of Legends, the thought is, well, we got League of Legends guys over here, and the League of Legends guys say that, League of Legends can be like a fighting game. No. Those are guys that are already playing fighting games that now play League of Legends, that are explaining, hey, I'm playing this because it reminds me of fighting games. Not that League of Legends guys go, hey, what'd be really dope? Turn this into a fighting game. That's my opinion. Just generally, right? So going back to League of Legends feels that, hey, anything they touch can turn to gold. That's not true, when really it's not fighting games. League of Legends guys being converted to fighting games. It's fighting game guys being converted to League of Legends more than anything else, right? So with that being said, they shouldn't have, in my opinion, I don't think they should have announced anything. As in, like, they shouldn't have said anything. They generally, right? I understand the transparency that's there, but I think I'd rather them like, hey, I'm cutting all these people for X, Y, and Z reason, and we're just going to keep on going as business as usual. Because now doomsayers are going to be out there going, which they already are, the game's dead. The game's not dead. They just don't have as much staff, on the team. That's like saying McDonald's is dead and nobody's gone buy hamburgers because they have a lot of automation and the staff that's there has been cut in half. There's only one person at the front doing the cash register now, if that, at McDonald's, right? But are they still making burgers and serving people? Yeah, absolutely. They're still doing that. They just cut their staff in half. And a lot of companies are doing that generally. So that doesn't mean the organization's dead. It's just like, hey, we're going to hyper focus on this part right here. To me, that makes sense. I'm like, Okay, cool. That's what's up. Why? Yeah, that makes sense. Do that. Do that. But I think that now leans into the next part here is I believe that 2XKO is going to be the next Skullgirls. And not saying that they're the same game. They're not the same game. However, they're going to have a very, very dedicated group of guys that are forever going to be playing 2XKO because they just love that game. You know, Skullgirls has been active since 2013. It's been an amazing game. Amazing game. But that game isn't built for everybody. And I also make reference to that because it has a small roster considering that it is a tag game, right? And then there's other overlap and other similarities that they have. I think 2XKO pulled from a lot of different directions, expecting like, hey, if you like Tekken, if you like Street Fighter, if you like Skullgirls, if you like Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's going to be a section or a part of that you are going to be able to relate to. And I think they have the just right amount of balance for that. But again, I digress. I think it's going to be a game that's going to have a very, very dedicated audience, and it's not going to die. Yeah, I think that's pretty much my whole thought on that. And because I've been playing, I think it's a beautiful game. It's beautiful. I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm just not heavily invested in it because not that it's super duper easy, because I still get beat up, right? Easy means I'm just washing everybody. No, I'm not saying it's like easy. I just like the idea of being able to do a whole lot more, and I feel like I've earned the win if I don't have directional input, right? Or just one button inputs for specials. Again, not saying that as a whole, it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just not necessarily for me as far as feeling rewarded for my win. My win comes from years of experience playing fighting games and understanding some of the mental stacks that go along with fighting games and some of the ways that I can bait out certain things so that I can get the win. I'm not doing death combos or anything like that. I'm just playing fighting games the way that I understand, and they just made it very easy for me to connect combos, connect supers, swap your characters in and out. That it just kind of is what it is on that part. But yeah, overall, I think the game's going to do great in the long run, and I'm almost willing to say it's eventually going to be a cult classic more than anything else. That's me. That's my full thought. Now I can look at the comments so I can see what type of trash you guys are talking. Capcom. I don't know what Tartar X thought there was going to be a ton of crossover from MOBA. Yeah, I knew there wasn't going to be a crossover from MOBA. I was like, oh yeah? Me as a non-Riot fan, I heard they were making a fighting game and I laughed. I was surprised at what 2XKO turned out to be honest. I mean, I think it's good. It's like retail. Yeah. They hire a bunch of people to supply demand. Yes. They cut the crew down because the need is no longer there for, yes. Like, that's just business, right? Most of the guys who play LOL, I know that's all they play. Yes, no different than a lot of guys that we know that play fighting games. That's all they play. That's how the gaming niches. I'm gonna say niches because people don't like that I say niche. The gaming niches are like that. I'm gonna bump that. Gaming niches are like that, right? I forgot whose video I watched, but they were saying 2XKO main problem is not very casual friendly in terms of modes and level. Oh wait, dude, that's a whole nother thing, and that's a whole nother thought. Wait, hold on. And I've said that before. I said that many times. I said that many a times. They cut the crew down because the need is no longer there. Yeah, Skullgirls is a good comparison. Yes, you can fight a couple of bots and get nothing for it. Yes. I will wait for you to finish speak on Capcom Cup $10 thing. Hey, yo, speak it now. Speak your mind, man. Or turns out into the next thing, fighting herds. Yes, I did. That dies off kind of quickly. Yes, But people are still playing it, and they're playing in tournament on top of that. Alex is the only person who can do that, can do it. Hey, Soul Smell, what's up, brother? Don't die because so and so left. Right, exactly. They die because player support dies. Yes. Oh, you were questioning him. Okay. Man, guys, I wanted to do Rate That Fighter today, but you guys, these are great conversations. I can use these for different clips and stuff, so to get people angry at fighting games because, dude, hey guys, just an FYI, if you go to my Instagram, there's my Instagram videos, the ones that have like high liked rates and high comment rates, go look at those because a lot of people think I'm rage baiting, and I'm not freaking rage baiting. I'm just talking regular. It's like if Maximilian Dude said it, you'll be like, yeah, Maximilian Dude. But I'm saying it, and you're like, no, you saw cap, you rage baiting me. As someone who was a huge LOL player, I was excited about it way back when they announced it, like 10 years ago. It's a little dramatic, but back when I was playing Project M, we still waited years for the news. They effed it up by pretending that the IP was strong enough to carry. Yes, absolutely. Said the same thing. I'm already in Discord, whose sole purpose is to achieve 2xl offline for if they close it. Oh, yeah. And I was like, is he the only one who can do the job? But yeah, Capcom lowered the price to watch Capcom Cup. It's $10 now. And you get a skin for Rashid. Who plays Rashid? I think the magic number is 5. I truly think the magic number is 5. Yeah, I see. The magic number is 5, bro. Hold on. What? Ugh. So freaking stupid. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing some stuff and I'm just like, ugh. Already have the shirt. It looks the same. Hold on. I'm sorry. Who else did I germs add good luck. Oh, cheap FGC. I think that's the bigger problem more than anything else. We're freaking cheap, man. Who else is there that I know that is within what we do? Is it? Let's add. Oh, Run. Oops. Add. And all right, cool. I think I'm in a decent place now. We can continue talking. All right, I saw that. I saw everything I need to see. All right. That's a meme. Shaheen players play Rashid. 8.95 Canada Cup stream, and it was worse. Yeah, $10 for something I can probably pirate if I look for more than 10 seconds. I don't know. Fish sandwich. Yeah, you can watch it in Street Fighter 6 for free. Who pays money to watch Capcom only fights? Evo, Combo Breaker, and all right. Good luck watching it live for free, because yeah, Capcom Japan will ban any stream rebroadcast. I don't think anybody's going to rebroadcast, but if you just want to watch it, you can. I think it's better after anyway. Skip all the fluff and blabber. That's true. I haven't even played it that much, but I don't even care to play it. That's how sad Riot has flopped from. Wow, geez. Ari is my favorite character, and depending on which game you play, you will see a different design of her and different voice, line, attitude. The VOD won't be available till the 20th, so that's a long time. Riot games are another thing we're not supposed to play because of who owns them. I guess I don't mind. And for that matter, I don't mind waiting 2 weeks. I don't need that. So, all right. So, 3 things I want to hit on before I officially move on. And if we decide to get into Rate That Fighter today, and for that matter, think about fighting games that we need to rate, right? Some games that you're like, hey, I haven't seen this game in a while, or this is an odd game. Let's talk about it. That's what we're gonna go into. No, I read it. I read the whole thing. I just mumbled the rest of it. So, oh, okay. All right. So 3 things: arcade mode in gaming, how to get people to watch events, in cheap FGC. I think the easiest target right now is the cheap FGC, right? So in my opinion, this isn't about the FGC being broke. It's not about them being cheap. It's honestly the reality of what the FGC is, right? I don't think we're a community that's willing to spend money, right? Every single time there's an opportunity to spend money on a game or on it comes with complaints, right? Typically, I'm not hearing that from, the 2K community or the Call of Duty communities. You're specifically hearing that from the FGC. And I think, I wouldn't say it's problematic, but it's like, yo, bro, how are they going to make their money, right? How's the company going to make their money? I'm not standing on the side of the company necessarily, but that's just part of the business model. And it's like, how come we can't understand that that's part of the business model? And for that matter, if you don't want to pay for this particular thing, then don't pay for it. I think it's kind of that easy. The only exception of the rule that I will make is something like Season Pass. In Season Pass, if you buy it, it should have everything in it, period, right? So for example, Tekken, it had Season Pass and we didn't get that stage. Dude, no, if I bought the Season Pass, the expectation is to get everything that's in there, right? So I will agree with that. But just to complain, here goes another season, I got to pay for it. Yes, you do. And then for that matter, if you don't want to pay for it, they give you options so that you can only focus on that character that you like. So for example, with me, my character is Paul in Tekken. All I'm doing is buying stuff for Paul and things that relate to him. So it doesn't really bother me or get me upset that there's extra things. I'm like, I'm freaking Paul, right? But however, I just like Tekken, so I just buy everything, just pay for the stage and get all that stuff because I want my game to be complete. And that's just kind of how I think about it. I just want my game to be complete, but not everybody is thinking like that. But that moves on to the next thing. If the FGC was what it's supposed to be, I put that in quotation. If it was what it's supposed to be, there would be so many other sponsors that would get involved with the FGC. So the expectation is, hey, I can put Capcom Cup on ESPN. Those numbers weren't high on ESPN when it came to Capcom Cup. It wasn't high in expectation. So some people, I know for a fact, you're getting ready to go, wait. It was high. It was high for what it was, but not for what the expectation is supposed to be. I think that's a very important distinction there. It wasn't high in where it was supposed to be. So with that being said, hey, Capcom Cup isn't viable because the sponsors feel like they wasted the money, right? Not only because of the amount of people that viewed it, but also because the people that are viewing this for those top sponsors, they're not buying those products from those sponsors. I think that's very important to note. So if a company like Ford is saying, hey, Ford trucks, buy it. How many guys out there within that community is just going to be like, hey, I'm going to buy a Ford truck? They're not. So it doesn't make sense for Ford to sponsor Capcom Cup when they know they're not going to get anything out of it. Daigo just won Capcom Cup. He is sponsored by Ford. I'm just making this up. He's sponsored by Ford. Daigo's my favorite player. I'm going to buy a Ford truck. That's not happening. Not because we're broke. It's just the position that majority of the guys within the FGC are in, they're just not able to afford that. How many guys have you known that you're like, hey, let's play, well, I can't play. I can't enter the tournament. Why not? I don't have $5 to lose. Okay, cool. And you just keep on going. This support matters, man. This support matters. The organization is just so, not organization, excuse me. This genre is so small that every little bit matters, right? Every little bit matters. And that's the part that I'm siding on. Now that's the part I'm siding on. So can we afford like Red Bull? Can we afford tacos? Can we afford burritos? Can we support things that relate to the stuff that we have? Yeah, we can. We can support that, but we can't support the bigger things. And it just kind of is what it is. I hope that changes. I really do. I really do hope that changes. You still haven't paid for that. That's funny. You still haven't paid for that stage. At least season 3 is only one pass instead of split into 2 this time. No, that's fair. Bro, you sound like you have stock in Capcom. No. Because guess what I did? I stopped playing, so I stopped investing in it. I've only played Ryu. So why am I putting that much more effort into all the other characters? And then the character that actually liked Lily, she is trash. She is not good. So she's not even viable for me to even invest in. Why am I playing? I got a version of a fighting game league, like Overwatch League, with regional teams you can follow and root for. Capcom Cup built Ford tough. Yes. I might buy a burrito from Chipotle though, but it's only $10. Only $10. We're a very self-serving group, or very self-serving community. We're a very self-serving community. All right, here goes another one. All right. I can mark that off my list of things to talk about. Boop, boop. I think another important thing is, how to get people to watch a FGC event, or for that matter, any gaming event, right? So the core community that's sitting there watching the event, they're there to watch it and only the gameplay and get the meta and get the deep stuff, right? But I think the thing that's missing is the entertainment aspect. So for, as much as people don't want to hear that, the casuals, they do matter. The casuals fund the games that you love. They fund the games that you play. It is what it is. As much as we don't want to hear that, they fund the games that you love to play. That's how the NBA and the NFL works. The casual person, let's go sports, or my favorite team is Denver, but I don't know none of the players that are playing right now. I just know that's my favorite team. Those are the guys that are funding the events that are there. And the same thing with any gaming for that matter. The casual doesn't have an opportunity to be entertained. And I think that's the thing that has to be changed. It doesn't have to be entertained through the game itself, right? You have to be entertained through other means. So why is it that a million odd some people, I don't know the exact number, but I'm just throwing out random numbers. Why are 150 million people watching the Super Bowl? It's the entertainment value that goes along with it. Because if it wasn't for that, 150 million people would watch every single football game that's available. That just kind of is what it is. So the draw for this year's Super Bowl wasn't necessarily, the two people that are playing. For me, I was like, I saw this before. We already seen the Seahawks play the Patriots. A few different guys there, but we already seen the Seahawks play the Patriots. I've already seen this, but I know my wife tuned in because she's like, yo, Bad Bunny's going to be there. I want to see this Bad Bunny Super Bowl. And the same rules apply. Why did the halftime show become the halftime show? Because In Living Color said, hey, come watch the halftime show back in the 90s instead of whatever that was before they had a big Super Bowl. And you know what they did the year after that? They bring Michael Jackson to the Super Bowl. And halftime, and people tune in solely to see Michael Jackson perform at the middle of the show. And I really believe that, yeah, we should have our famous commentators like Rip, Tasty Steve, Ketchup and Mustard, Avoid the Puddle, Aries. I think all those guys are important. Those guys, yipes, those guys right there. I think they're really solid and they're part of the foundation. But also bringing in a guy or gal to help entertain in between matches. Like, how many people get annoyed when you're like, all right, this coming up next, right? And you're just sitting there for 10 minutes watching a little, screensaver go across your screen and seeing a countdown. I think that's stupid. I think that's dumb, Entertain me. Freaking-tain me. Put that in between there. Put that in between. Fully entertain me on that. It's not the same, Lily, but I heard you say you're a Lily man. Yeah, I like Lily from Street Fighter 6. Yeah, the entertainment for sure, the storylines. Yeah, there's no storylines. Oh. Another part of the issue within the entertainment aspect of, not just the FGC, but gaming period, is there's no stories, right? So sometimes you tune in to watch the NBA because LeBron James' story. Does he suck or does he not suck? Is he going to score this point? Is he not going to go score the point? And the commentary tells you that story behind the scenes, right? And what's going on. LeBron James is playing with his son. This is the first father-son duo in the NBA. Has it happened before? Yeah, it's happened before in baseball, but it hasn't happened before in basketball. Let's talk about it, and this person's having problems outside of the court. That makes sense to me. But to me, the way that we describe the FGC or gaming is instead of talking about the people and the people that are involved in the games, we talk about the game. And I think that's similar to talking about, hey, this is a Spalding basketball. Let's talk about the basketball. How many dribbles happens when you throw the ball up into the air, and how many times does it go do 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 do? Like, wait, hold on. Nobody cares about that, right? Or for that matter, I think baseball is the closer equipment. There's so many different stats in baseball that people keep up with and keep track of. And when you're watching the game, who cares? Who cares? I don't care about that. I don't. Hey, entertain me. Tell me the story of Yachty. Tell me the story of Ken Griffey Jr. Tell me how many home runs this guy has, and if he hits this last home run, he's going to be the home run leader of the season. Those are stories that we want to. Those are stories we want to hear, but we don't hear those stories in the FGC. I want more stories. I want to hear more stories in gaming. The stakes involved in the Super Bowl, the journey that yes, absolutely get wrecked. I don't think it had enough time to gain traction. Yeah, Smash streamers play Uno and Jenga between matches sometimes. Yeah. I didn't watch the halftime show because I never do. That's when I smoke and wander around. That's funny. The commentator has a big role. They need game knowledge and broadcast charisma. Yes, they do. Like StarCraft with old I don't know these guys. And Tasteless commentating, they made every match exciting. Yeah, but see, again, it's exciting, but you only can take so much stimulation and excitement. So tell me the story. That's why Fee got so many followers so quick. When he popped off and punched the stage, people ate. Yeah, they did. Well, here's the other part. There was a story behind that too. There was definitely a story. So, like, for example, freaking Fury beat him recently in TNS. In my opinion, Fury should have capitalized. Yo, what's up, Carnage? Hey, I need to give you a call. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Not to fuss you out or anything, but I just haven't talked to my friend in a long time. But yes, absolutely. But hold on, give me a second. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Like, let's take a quick bathroom break. Hey, you guys take a bathroom break too. Take care of your prostate, and we'll be back with more stuff, and we keep on talking.
Kalara, India. I was sent here by Bison to do some research on this little temple that was out here. I had a backpack with a cell phone in it, a satellite phone in case I got lost. I had some other stuff, research stuff. And I had a tour guide with me, to show me around.
He was weird.
And this is what happened.
Okay. First time in India, I ain't never been here. So many trees, there were so many men there. Never had I seen such magical scenery. The weather here was tropical. A when we was walking through the jungle, a mighty, mighty jungle. I had a question, but I wasn't trying to sound dumb though. I wanted to know about what I heard about this dude. I wanted to know if what I heard was true. Okay. Supposedly there was this guy who was old, but was very, very strong. The master of yoga. He was well known, admired with clout. His limbs could stretch long. He spat fire out his mouth. Wait, fire out his mouth? Yeah, I didn't believe that. So if ever I saw him, then I wanted to see that, believe that. I turned around to ask the tour guide, but when I turned around, he was nowhere in sight. I was like, yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, fam. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. I'm like, yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, bruh. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or now something. I'm alone, and I'm mad. I need to use the phone. Hold on. Where's my bag? I can't believe that I just got robbed. Ball getting robbed, dog, that's just odd. That eyeball must face my wrath. As I clenched my fist, up ahead I saw the end of the path. So I didn't think he could've went too far. So to find him really shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna find him. As I made it through the trees, that's what I was thinking. Suddenly I felt a breeze, and it's hard to explain, man, it ain't that simple. See, the wind pointed my attention to a temple. When I looked out to all the villagers, my attention was brought to where a pillar was, and he was standing right there with my bag in his hand, but then he disappeared. I was like, yo, what the heck? Where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, bro. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. Yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, son. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. Yeah. So when I saw that, I took off running as fast as I could, man, through the village. I ran through the village people. Pause. But the way I was moving and ducking and dodging, you would have thought my name was Ocho Cinco or something, man. Yeah. I was moving, man. So I got to the front of the temple. It looked very plain on the outside, but real plain, real basic. When I opened that door, man. What happened when you opened it? Like, wow. It had to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
Real
It had
deal.
gold, it had pictures, the floor was all turquoise and stuff. I
Turquoise.
was like, man, it's like cribs or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I saw a red door at the end of the hallway. You know, usually when you see red doors, like anywhere, you think it's important or someone important like is behind that door. So I thought maybe the thief was like working for someone trying to get in Bison's business and all that. I need to get that backpack back. You know what I'm saying? So I was just about to open the door, but like, I felt something on my back, and I didn't think. I just turned around and I punched as hard as I could. Like I should have looked, but
Yeah, you should have looked.
I'll never forget it. What was it, man? What? Tell me. That was the time that I knocked out an elephant, man. I'm calling SPCA, SC, whatever.
All right, let's get back to it. So very last thing, and I think we officially can move on. I think we can officially move on from that point there. All right, so one of the things that you guys mentioned is arcade mode. Whoo! This is one that I got a little backlash from not too long ago in reference to arcade modes and things like that in fighting games, right? And the biggest thing with fighting games is, I think at least, is we're missing the ability for self-discovery and trying to figure it out because games don't allow you to do that. So let's take 2XKO for as the example here. I think this is a great example of what I'm talking about. So 2XKO doesn't necessarily have like a real arcade mode. You can do a 1v1 against the computer, but that's not what you're there for, right? And then you don't have additional things to give you reason to keep on going and trying to figure it out. It's like, yo, so the only way I can get knowledge or practice in this game is to play online. That's the only way I can do this because they only want us to be competitive. And I think Riot was really tone deaf on that one because it wasn't there. So here's my opinion. Here's my opinion. And you guys can be upset with me if you want to. I'm perfectly fine with that. For any fighting game to initially go the distance, I think you have to have arcade mode. You have to have survival mode, and you have to have time trials. Those three things right there, bare minimum for mode options for fighting games, right? Next thing you know, you need to have, obviously, you need a training mode. Within that training mode, you should have tutorials. You should have the trials, combo trials. That should help you learn the game that much more. And then, of course, just the regular practice mode. And then after that, you can have all the online modes and the different ways you can interact with people online. I just don't understand why we're not doing that. Because I think the biggest thing is growing up, I don't tell my age, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm not as young as I look. But the biggest thing there is those arcade modes meant a lot. Your friends saying, hey, I beat Mortal Kombat 3 on that last tower. That was kind of a big deal. Right? We don't have that ability to brag about that last tower anymore, right? Or, hey, I played Street Fighter 2 and I ran into Akuma at the end. Oh, how'd you do that? There's another character that's here in the game. That type of stuff is important, right? Oh, I beat Tekken 3 X amount of times and I got a new character each and every time. In addition to that new character, I got a new ending each and every time, right? I think Tekken has tried to do that, but they haven't given any real incentive to keep on going to that. So they have arcade quest mode. I think that's cool, but I think that arcade quest mode that's one thing, but they should have piled everything else into that arcade quest mode, giving a more, what's the word I'm looking for? A more interesting, I don't know, interesting is a word. I'm going to use the interesting in this place. Give us a more interesting way to play the games by smashing it all together. So in my opinion, arcade quest mode. Arcade quest mode is a tutorial, tell you how to play the game. And then from there, it's like in order to move forward with arcade quest mode and do all this other stuff, you have to beat arcade mode within arcade quest mode so that you can go and go to different areas, right? And so each area that you travel to is based on the character that you beat the arcade mode with. It's like, oh, cool, that's what's up. And now that you beat arcade mode and gone to these different areas, it would unlock survival mode. It would unlock trials and all these other fun things that make the game fun, you know, and give you a little bit of bonus. I think that City of the Wolves sort of did that or attempted to do that, but they just barely missed it. They just barely missed it, man. I think Mortal Kombat does a phenomenal job of doing their story mode. I think Mortal Kombat has the best story mode. Whether it makes sense or not, that's a totally different story. But I think they've done a really, really good job with story mode. Tekken has tried very hard with their story mode. And then World Tour, I think that's pretty solid. I think really solid. But I think I would want a story mode for Street Fighter as well. But here it is. Story mode is a completely different area by itself. That shouldn't be the new arcade mode. Story mode's over there. Arcade mode's over there. These little bonus things like Tekken Force World Tour is over there. Then you got all this stuff. I think people would be very happy with that. I think they'd be super happy with that. Don't at me. Arcade Quest is super short. Super short. You know that age. The super AI thinks thing sucks. Yeah. Oh, it's super duper sucks. Like, I think the biggest thing with Tekken specifically is it lets you do the rage art. So if you're about to die and you recognize it and all that good stuff, you can press, and the computer just naturally goes, you know what? I'm gonna press 2. You hit the rage art. It conditions you for the wrong. It conditions you to make you think that rage art is the way to go. You know, even in Tekken 6, I would play arcade mode as a warm up with stipulations like no hit run. Button drummer. Exactly. I can't do that anymore. That's how I warmed up with Tekken 7. It's like, let me do arcade mode. That's my warm up. Then let me go into the regular. I can't do that in Tekken 8 in the same way that I did it there, you know? And I put it, I always like, so I put it on the hardest difficulty on top of that. I said, like, hey, I got to get at least 2 perfects during this run and I'll be good to go. Or no lose run today, you know, and being smart about it. No, I'm with you. And for that matter, arcade mode has gotten really, really short and there's only like 6 characters. No, let me do 10 to 12 and let me fight everybody for this arcade mode. When I was growing up, I had Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter Alpha 2. But I like Street Fighter Alpha 3 though. I like saying Street Fighter Alpha 2 better than Street Fighter Alpha. They should have done the same thing. Street Fighter Alpha 3. That would have been great. When I tell you I played through the original World Tour, like I thought, yeah, I played. World Tour was great. It had all those different stipulations to beat Nancy with no hits was not no big fat. And Nancy is a bitch. And like, you know that part where she puts a freaking little circle thing around you and the floor? Nancy is a bitch. I agree with you on that. It was different. It was a different time then. I do miss that time. Oh, arcade mode. You mean just fight versus AI it gets harder each? Yes, absolutely. Arcade mode is what I did most back. Yeah, most people did that a lot back in the day. Street Fighter Alpha 3 World Tour mode was goated. Yeah, big fact. That's what I think Tekken was trying to do, and they just missed the mark. You know, same thing. Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter does a pretty good job of that. They do World Stage. They did that in an older version of Virtual Fighter, and you can go to arcade to arcade to arcade and play the people there and play the ghosts. So I think like arcade mode, like the ghost mode that's there. Oh man, this is a good idea. Tekken Ghost mode, the ghost that's there. Hear me out. Camera's blurry. Why is the camera blurry? All right, Tekken 8 Ghost. They shouldn't be 1v1 and being able to pick anybody's random ghost. I think you should build up your ghost just so it can be put into arcade mode. And once it's in arcade mode, other people will be able to play you. So based off of this criteria right here, like, hey, this is a god of destruction, we're going to put it in the arcade mode. So if someone puts it on the hardest setting, that's who's going to show up in arcade mode. So I should be able to have an opportunity to play like an Arslan Ash or a Nice ghost based off the data that's there, right? And also the ghost, playing arcade mode, it would give you random guys that you're playing against. And that's how you get through it. I think that'd be a really cool feature in Tekken if they would let it. I think it'd be a very cool feature if they let it. But I don't like how it's being done right now. All right. I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a very good spot. So let's check this out. Let's check this out. Let's check out Fightcade. Fightcade. If you haven't already seen what Fightcade is, it's a very very cool. It's a very cool thing here. I love what Fightcade is. It's freaking great. But today, I think one of the things that I want to do is go into Fightcade, find a game, and see if it's worth the damn. You know, I think that'd be a fun way to kind of close out everything today, and with our talks, right? How many games can we put in here? So I think a game that I have not done is JoJo. I don't think I've done JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't think I've done that one at all. Oops. Do I want to do that? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Leaf channel. All right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna come back to it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think we can do a Rate That Fighter for that one. We could do one for Dead or Alive. There's a lot of games we can do Rate That Fighter for. If I take time for some Metal Slug, I don't play. I have all the metals. I have all the Metal Slugs on Steam. I specifically play Metal Slug on Steam because I like getting achievements and stuff like that. So that's very important to me. The achievements, the achievements on there, right? I think that's super duper important. I'm gonna move this mic out of the way, and I'm gonna put my lapel mic on. Put that over there. This allows me to have a little bit more movement when we're doing this type of stuff. So I don't know why it keeps on getting out of focus. That's freaking weird, man. Yeah, I have a little bit more freedom to talk to you guys this way. I know it sounds a little bit different, but I have a little bit more freedom. So let's take a look here at what we got. Scoot up. Let's take a look at what we got. Let me take off my chain too, because I know you guys can hear it. It's pretty the sensory overload. I don't want to give you guys a sensory overload or anything like that. So so I want to do we're gonna join this one, and then maybe that's what that is. And maybe on next week when we get back, we'll do another one. Double Dragon, that was a really good one. We might revisit that one. Marvel vs. Capcom, we already done that one. I'm trying to find some other ones here that might be interesting that we haven't or I haven't played. Soldier Sailor Moon. Oh, that might be a good one. We'll do that one. I'm gonna leave that channel because we already done Street Fighter. We already done Street Fighter Third Strike. Virtua Fighter 2, the Dreamcast version. That's going to be interesting if we ever get around to that one. Hey, he not playing. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, brother. Hey, thanks for helping me spell embarrass. Oh man, I can't spell, man. I spell UV. Yo, thanks. I appreciate you, man. All love, bro. All love. Let's see here. What other ones are here that I probably eventually get to? Does anybody know of a fighting game that that you think nobody's played before and it's a hidden gem? Anybody have that? Anybody know that? Anybody have one? I know I want to do the Fatal Fury series, like do a whole thing with that and going back and forth. Yeah, I think Thursdays is going to be my Rate That Fighter day. Pocket Bravery, I did do it. Yo, bro. Hatu kid. Check this out. Some like, I'll do this. I do this. All right, so let's take a look here real quick. Like, let me go to my page. Boom. It's on tube, on the tubes. Where is it? I've done a Rate That Fighter for. So I've done some research, and then with the new updates that they got for Pocket Bravery, and then where's the Rate That Fighter for Pocket Bravery? The indie fighter you need to play, right here. This is my rate that fighter for it, and that it was a fun Rate That Fighter. Honestly, I actually really enjoyed that one. Well, let me send it to you, and let me see, and tell me if you agree with that rating. Tell me if you agree with that rating. I'm just gonna link you here, boom, and if you don't, just tell me why. Tell me why. My wife's going to be mad at me because I keep on singing really loud. But yeah, and for that matter, anybody else that's out there that doesn't mind supporting your boy, doesn't mind supporting, hey, please follow me on YouTube. We're really close to catching up with my Twitch numbers, and I'm like, yo, I haven't been doing YouTube that long, and we're already almost caught up to my freaking Twitch numbers. YouTube is the place to be because we got what it takes to rock the mic, right? Yeah. Martial Masters is another one. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Did I already do that one? Did I already do that one? Yes, I did this one already. I did that one. Wait, hold on. Here goes another spot. Oh, I don't disagree with you, brother, for sure. Let's see what I've already done. Let's see what I've already done real quick, like.
Come through. I'm counting.
Oh, man, I don't like that guy. He is a freaking jerk.
I'm counting.
Oh, man, I don't like that guy. All right, let's see what we've already done, guys. I should have it listed out. All right, here we go. Let's see what we've already done, guys. I should have it listed out. All right, here. All right, so we have Tekken 3 at the top right now, but I believe, because I know for a fact I rated it, Martial Masters should be here somewhere. Or it should be on my Excel spreadsheet. I don't think I've updated. I need to re-update this sheet here. I need to re-update it. But yeah, I've rated I rated a lot of them. I rated Ball. Yes, that's another good one. So yes, I've rated that one before. That's another good one. Like there's not a lot of stuff you can put past me at this point. You know, there's not a lot of stuff that you can push past me. Like someone's like, what about Waku Waku 7? Like, yup. Played it, got it. Oh, I played that before, but I don't think I've time. Yeah, buddy. Yes. I know that one. That was my local arcade. Oh man, yeah, that's a good one. All right, so now that we've chosen these ones, them, Ramna, and that's another good one for the SNES. I used to have that game, as a matter of fact. That was the first game I've ever played that they had a button for the up button. No, they had a up button for the jump action. There you go. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Man, that is hot. All right. Doo-doo. All right. Also, Team Capri arcade stick. This is the one that we're using. This is the one that we're using. As a matter of fact, I'll put it on the screen. Well, we'll start right here. We'll start right there. We'll start like this. Yeah, YouTube is the place to be, brother. I agree with you 1,000%, man. There's no denying how great YouTube is right now. All right, so the first question I got for you is, which game are we doing first? Well, we're doing today. We only got time to do one more. Which game are we doing? We're doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Are we doing Pre-Soldier Sailor Moon? Or are we doing Time Killers? So I got one. It looks like we got one for Time Killers right now. We have one for Time Killers. Anybody else for Time Killers? Or JoJo has some super broken shit. That's what you're looking for? No, I'm not looking for things that are broken necessarily. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do Time Killers. Test game.
Time killers.
Yeah, we're not looking for how broken the game is, right? We're not looking for that at all. Map inputs. Let's see. Coin. I'm trying to see player one. Joystick. All right, let's see if this will. That's one of the problems I have with Fightcade right now. I'm not able to change a lot of the stuff. Nor do you know necessarily where it's going to. That's my biggest issue with Fightcade. Joy, but all right. So let's see. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Coin. I'm gonna do that. What does it say? What is it? Waiting for joy button. Okay, we can close that one. Start. What? It's not doing what I want it to do. How do we make this work? How do we make this work? I'm going to try this one more time. And this is really annoying. Yeah, that's definitely not my favorite part of Fightcade. It's super duper annoying that that's how Fightcade works, but you know, it just kind of is what it is. Get Wrecked, you're playing too. Okay, great. That's awesome. Ah. You gotta do what? You gotta believe. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Oh, Divine Mind, what's up, brother? I hope all is well with you, man. I hope all is well with you, my guy. How are you doing this evening? Or not this evening, this morning.
I am the immortal.
Left, right.
Did I break the game? What the cuss? Did I break this freaking game? Let's exit this thing. Let's try it again. I'm going to exit it. And then I'm going to come over here. Oh, man. Join. Time killers. Boom. And then from there, test game. Green checks are good. Red checks are bad. Check some. Hey, mine's isn't working right.
I am the immortal.
Left, right. Left, right.
Can't complain. That's what I'm talking about.
Time killers.
System okay. All right. All right. So it's. Do I have to use a different? What do I have in this one? Let me try something real quick. Like.
Rancid. Time killers. Engage.
Man, this game is it's already giving me problems. So let's see what we can do to map these inputs. All right, that down, left, right. That's correct. We want button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and then button 5. So we got that right. So then this one is that button, and then that is that button. All right, so we're in business now, it looks like. I guess I had to let the game run. We're gonna save this preset, and now we can close this. So I'm gonna let him kill me, and we can go from there. Jovi baby, what's up, brother? You don't even know how to open the game. It's okay. It's okay. That's just Fight Cade being Fight Cade. All right, he cut my head off. This is freaking great. This is awesome. Oh, this is great. All right, here we go. Welcome, Most Determined Soul, CJ Berry, the leader of waves and waves of people in determination. CJ's who I am, MDSoul's what I am, so you can just call me CJ. We're getting into time killers, or is this called, yes, time killers, and we're gonna be giving it a rating and seeing if it's worth our while. There's several ways that we're gonna be rating this game, so hopefully you stick around and check out the way that we're rating this game. But let's just go ahead and jump right into this thing and check out what's hot and what's not with this game right about now. Yo, Brother Lantern, what's up, brother? How you doing? That's the homie right there. Let's change this monitor and let's get off that view right there. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side with the, excuse me, on the YouTube side of things. And we're gonna put the monitor on. All right. So with you guys over here, I do have a way that we rate these, but we're gonna play through the game first and see how the game plays before we continue to move forward. And I think this is the most important part of Rate That Fighter, because the biggest thing that I've been going back and forth with people on, and the reason why we do Rate That Fighter, is because we always argue about the dumbest stuff, man. It's like, why are we even arguing? You know, you're arguing something because you love it, and that's okay. You're defending something that you love. I get that. I totally understand, but we got to be realistic in the way that we're describing the games that we love, and that's why we have these settings here in Rate That Fighter. And here goes some of the settings, so you can look over real quick, for Fighting X Lair. We just recently done Fighting X Lair, and I think these are, you know, we got to see based off of all these things, right? I think that's important. So think about those things as we continue to play this game, or for that matter, for you guys that are watching the video, think about those things when you play the game, and maybe we can meet each other halfway in the way that the game plays, right? I think that's fair. Am I allowed to say that? I'm allowed to say that. And today we're playing on this arcade stick. This is the Capri Clean Sweep. This is the Fight Money Mint colorway of the Capri Clean Sweep. This is the arcade stick that I built. If you're into arcade sticks and you like arcade sticks, make sure you check out my online store, and you can get you an arcade stick that I use on these videos. This particular arcade stick that I have right now today, it's very lightweight. I know a lot of people don't like lightweight arcade sticks, but I do, because when I'm going around to conventions or I'm going traveling and stuff like that, I don't want the weight of the world on my back because of my arcade stick. So that's kind of the reason why I use this particular arcade stick. So yeah. So now let's keep it going. Hey, Hadouken! Yo, thank you so much for checking out my video. I appreciate you. All right, so right now it looks like I don't think this game has an intro or anything like that. No, I don't think so. And then on top of that, what this game looks like is they took instead of, you know, keeping it pixelated, it looks like they did hand-drawn drawings and then put it into the game in the similar way where Mortal Kombat took pictures and then put it in the game. They kind of did the same thing here. At least that's what it looks like to me. Hold on. At least that's what it looks like to me. You know? It definitely looks like that to me. So that's what's going to make it really interesting. Very interesting playthrough right here. And yeah. Man, I haven't played this game in so freaking long. And then I think this also kind of to my other point, and we're talking about nostalgia. Nostalgia plays a huge factor in the way that we, play these games that we like, Wait, hold on. Is this the intro? All right, that's all we got. All right, so I was just waiting for that one point right there, and that's all we got. So we can't give it a high rating because it didn't. What was that? What was that? What was that at all? I'm a little bit disappointed in that. However, there's other things that get you excited about the game, and they give you, a breakdown of each character just a little bit, and so that you can know who you want to pick or choose here. So, I guess. I guess. So now. All right, so let's see how many characters we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters to choose from. And because it's Black History Month, I'm going to choose Orion. Don't at me. Temu Eternal Champions. I kind of don't disagree with you on that. If I were Sega's Vest, can I feel how much this sucks? You can kind of see where they're trying to go at with this, though. Woo! All right.
Second round, engage.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the buttons here, but I really can't figure it out. They're very clunky. What? Yeah. Ooh wee. Yeah, I'm a little confused on this one. I'm a little confused. All right, so let's. This game sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna look up some button inputs or whatever and see what's going on.
Engage.
Oh, wow. He said that it's probably a bad sign. It's a horrible sign. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I need to see. Wait, give me a second. I need to see how to get the inputs in here. All right, let's see who else is there. Oh, Jesus, this game is bad.
Time killer, engage.
She chopped off my arm. Yeah. Yeah, this is horrid.
Second round. Engage.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. Oh, this is so bad.
All right.
Oh my goodness. This is bad.
Time killer. Engage.
They put work in the chainsaw. As I went back and played some of those old games, I realized, oh well, yes, the input's very bad. Nice little drop kick there. Don't tell me I can beat her just with this drop kick here. I beat her with just the drop kick.
Only one can win. Engage.
Woo! This game's bad. This game's really bad. Wait, hold on. Is the music not working either? The sound just died. Dude. This game's almost, yeah, this game's unplayable. Wait, hold on. Like, can it be played? Yes. I'm gonna open this back up. Can this game be played? Yes. Is it playable? Woo-wee!
Time killers.
Oh my God. As I went back and played some of these old games, I realized that it's wild how much, yeah. So, and that's part of the argument that I've been having. You know, people will reference Street Fighter, 2 Turbo, but it's like, we got to remember there were so many freaking bad games that were out during that time that just didn't land. They were just trying to capture, they were trying to capture the that feeling,
Rancid. Lord Wolf.
Yeah. Mantis is OP. We're gonna try Mantis next.
Time killers. Engage.
Did that come from his crotch?
Second round. Engage. Lord Wolf.
I really don't. Bro.
Time killer. Engage.
Oh, this is so bad.
Second round. Engage. Only one can win. Engage.
There's something up with my inputs as well, and I'm not understanding what's going on. So, all right, so we got what? How do you reset the how do you reset these? Oh, this is so frustrating. All right, so waiting for 0 button to release. Clear lock. Oh, this game's just bad. The inputs are weird. Everything about it's just it just doesn't work, you know? And it doesn't want to work, right? The game doesn't want to work overall, you know?
Lord Wolf.
All right, this. We're gonna have to come back to this one another day.
Time killer. Engage.
Yeah. Oh, a bit rough is an understatement. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of that. So this kind of goes to my point about nostalgia. There's nothing about this game that's freaking. I'm not even gonna make a video about this, man. This one's just bad. This one's just bad. I might make a video still. I don't know, but this from top to bottom is bad. Even for like, I think you know what? Yes, I got something for that. Make a copy. Move the in. Time killers. Time killers up here. And then we're gonna delete all this. Delete all that. This has to be like the worst game I've ever played. Shaq Fu isn't even like, that goes back to this. Maybe I need to go back and check Shaq Fu out, but Shaq Fu wasn't even that bad. All right, let's start from the top here. I think this is super duper fair to do and how we want to do it. All right, super duper fair. Well, let's talk about this right now. You like my grade? Thank you. Thank you. Let's start right here. Intro. It doesn't have one. It just goes, boop, it's up there. It gets some points. It gets a 2. Gets a 2. Character select screen. I see what they were trying to do. Horrible. Horrible. They had the little do, kind of have the time selecting it. Cool, that's fine. I see where you're going with that, but again, game's bad. Just everything about it's just bad. So that character select screen, it doesn't motivate me to pick a character. It's just like, it's character select screen. This is freaking 4. Character viability. Now, I'll say they have different characters here, but it doesn't make them good, right? And I think viability is the way they're used, how they can be used. And from top to bottom, you know, all of it's bad. It's just everything's kind of the same. Hey, push these 2 buttons right here. I don't know if anybody was able to get a hold of the manual, but it's like push these 2 buttons right here and jump in the air and hit these 2 buttons. Outside of that, there was nothing to it. So I'm going to say a 7. And because all the characters generally just kind of play the same, right? Next one, character design, trash. What I see again, I see what they're trying to do here. What they were attempting to do here. They have a lot of drawings, and they put the drawings into the computer, and so that they don't waste time in making it, you know, 8-bit and all that good stuff, right? And using pixels. I get that. I totally understand, but it's bad. They did not do a good job of that. I'm gonna give them a 5 because it exists. Game mechanics. This game's not good. I see what they were trying to do. It's just not good. Out of 30, I'm gonna give that a 7 because, like, does the game work? Yes, it does. Is it clunky? Very. But there's a whole lot of other games that are out there that are very clunky that you can ultimately play just fine. It's just the way this all comes together. It's just bad. Game design, that's another one, bad. 3. Ugh. Character customizations and options. Now, they do have palette swaps, so all I can do is give it a 5 for that. The music is extremely annoying. And then the music crashed on us in the middle of gameplay. 4. Outros and game, like, the game's so bad, I don't even want to attempt to try to learn how to play the game so I can get to the outros and game endings. So I don't even know. 3. Because I'm being nice. 3. Replay value. 1. I don't think I ever want to. I'm never gonna give a game a 0, but the 1 is as low as I'm gonna go. I will never, ever, ever play this game ever again. You know, again, nostalgia is a mother. I remember going to the bowling alley and sitting down and playing this game. And you're like, hey, Mom, can I have 50 cents? And I was just mashing buttons. And I enjoyed mashing buttons as a 10-year-old, right? Just that's what I was doing. But with this here, oh my God, this is so bad. This is very bad. Overall look and feel. This is the first time ever, man. Everything is freaking ugly, man. I can't give it over a 10. I'm gonna say 5. Wow. Like, even the original Street Fighter it was better. They thought that out better than this game right here. Jeez. All right, and then additional gameplays and modes? 0. Was there story? No, 0. Because I have to be fair, I'm going to give this a 10 for online gameplays and mode because it wasn't made to be played online because this was way before 2009. So boom, there it is. And then was it good for its time? A 0. So we got an overall of 26.05. This is the worst game that I've ever played. Like, it didn't even deserve a drum roll. Guess what the rating's going to be. This whole game is bad. My God. Ugh, gross. Guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments, man. Go out there and play this game for yourself. Maybe you can talk to it a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below. But this game is bad. This is very bad. I'm the most determined soul, CJ Berry. Success and victory. Don't block with your face. Oh, man. I'll see you next time. Peace. Ew. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments right now. This is just bad. Ugh. Ew. Ew. Jensen. Yo, what's good? Where do I go to get the Discord? Oh, I can put it right here in the, I can put it in the chat, brother. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. It's freaking gross. Yeah, you can click that link and you can join the Discord and you'll be up in there, man. The whole game is just about hitting with the weapon and chopping and hoping it chops. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, this is bad. No input. I tried seeing to do anything. Yeah, just... Let's get this off my freaking computer, man. It's off. It's out of there. It's out of there. Let's work on this one now. Cuz this is what I'm going to rate next week. I'm going to rate this Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. And because I did hear some good things about this Sailor Moon game. Just so we can hang out as friends and stuff like that. Let's try this game. And see what we can do with it. Let's just see what we can do with this game right here. All right, so double tap. What is it talking about releasing clear input? So now double tap and let's clear all these inputs here and try to I might have nightmares. Sailor Moon is the yeah, I like Sailor Moon a lot. I've heard really good things about the Sailor Moon game, so I think it might be worth, you know, getting into this one, you know. It holds some value. It holds some value. All right. All right. So now, player 1. So now we should be able to clear lock. Waiting for joy button 0. 3 to release. Why aren't they releasing? I don't understand that. What are we releasing here? All right, so let's try another input. All right. So the coin. Let me see if I can get another arcade stick here to make it work. I was just talking to Spooky about that show last night. Yeah? Why isn't it letting me? Oh, do I need to just hit player 1? And then we're going to go and then let's try this now. And it's still not letting me. I really don't know how to get that working. I played Astra Superstars. this past weekend. Put it on this one. This works a little bit better for what I'm trying to do. This past weekend, that was a great... Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, man, I was watching Tekken Tournament, and the June players had Sailor Moon costume. Sparked a whole conversation. That's what's up. Huh, where is... How do I make this work? Input, map game inputs. State, sensitivity. 1 coin. Grab mouse, what does that mean? So waiting for joy is... Let me type in, let me see on Google. How to change Fightcade inputs. Because I must be missing something here. So to change inputs, launch the game, input map game inputs. From the top menu, double click each action to assign a new controller or key button. So, okay. So boom, double clicked it. And so now, move control or press key for one. I'm doing that. Ensure you save the configuration by navigating miscellaneous and save input. So what am I missing here? And press go to miscellaneous input. All right. You can also F5 to in test game immediately open the mapping menu. Okay. Let's go over here and go F5. Does it do it over here? F5. All right, here we go. So what does this mean right here? Waiting for joy. Huh. I don't know how to fix that. Waiting for input. Waiting for joy. Zero button. Let's see what it says now. To change input 5K, waiting for it. This, you typically need to access the in-game emulator mapping menu. Often press by F. Waiting for a message usually indicates a problem with the connected controller, such as button being held or configure conflict. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Let me get another arcade stick. Let's try with this one. All right. I wish I could speak Japanese. All right, let's try it now. Let's try it now and see what happens. It's probably because he couldn't read what I actually put in there. And so now, let's try it. Coin. Okay. All right, it's not giving me the input that I want. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. We're going to turn it off, turn it back on. Let's close out of this. Save. Test game. Oh, this is a Streets of Rage style game? It doesn't... I didn't know that. I thought this was the fighting game version of it. All right, so let's see. All right, that works. And then up, down, left, right, and 1, 2, and then 3. So this is a beat 'em up, huh? That's what you guys are telling me? This is a beat 'em up? Ah, you don't see the fighting game. Oh, this is a beat 'em up. All right, so we can't do this one. But this, I think this might be something good for you guys out there in wait, hold on. Out there playing fighting games and stuff. Like how I get oftentimes, yo, how do I play fighting games? I'm like, oh, just you know, just get a controller and play, right? And they're like, well, I have a hard time with the arcade stick. And one thing I'll tell them is like, hey, go out there and play a fighting game that you like, right? A beat 'em up that you like, and then start playing with the arcade stick. You know, that's gonna get you used to and acclimated to the directional inputs, right? I say that often as a matter. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So, but in this case, seeing that this is just a beat 'em up, I didn't intend on playing a beat 'em up. I don't want to play a beat 'em up. We're gonna do JoJo's Bizarre Adventure instead. All right, let's close out of this one. Man, very interesting day today. Let's try this one. Test game. There's a lot of people playing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure right now. Let's try this one. Input. Mat game inputs. This is even more interesting because I'm like, let's see what. I think this is more interesting because now I have to use a very specific arcade stick to play Fightcade. Weak attack, medium attack, and strong attack. Stand. What's stand? Okay. Not in use and not in use. All right, cool. So we're going to use these 4 buttons across right here. All right. So let's hit OK on this and let's hope for the best. All right, so who are we? Oh, we got options here. So I'm gonna go to. We're gonna do challenge. Let's do the challenge. And then you have Joe. Yeah. Oh, headshot. My God, absolute worst. Let's go. Yeah, let's go with who we know. Let's go who we know and we understand. Dio Brando. Let's go. So I played Battle R. I actually got 5th place at Evo at Battle R. It was actually it's pretty fun. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really good experience. But this one I never really sat down with, and this feels a whole lot better in the hands too. Jeez. But Battle R is actually really good also. Battle R isn't a bad game by no means. I think that's the reason, some of the reason why I entered it. It's like, yeah, I remember this. This was actually pretty solid. Oh, he whiffed all that. Smokes a cigarette, I think? I didn't know he was a smoker. Power-ups. Total. Oh, that's actually really cool. All right. Oh, and that makes sense. So as you keep on going, that's. I didn't know. Man, what do I remember of this game? I don't remember how I remember this game. Dola. He's the dude that eats the cherry. Dola. Is that what he says? Oh, he killed me. So this one right here, this is like survival mode. Okay, cool. That was like survival mode. I don't think this is that one. I think there's multiple versions of this. Let's see what story does. Where you going, babe? Oh yeah, he got it earlier. I totally forgot. I'm sorry.
Make a mind.
Oh, he burnt the mess out of me on that. I think they could have kept on going with this game too, but they didn't. You know, just kind of improve on it. I guess there was enough interest in the U.S. or other places. There we go. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Woo! Woo. I like that he has a DP, man. That's actually really cool. Oh!
Make a mind.
Oh, that was a good one. Man, that's a crazy little combo there. Oh, there's no dash in this. This is interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's I don't think, is this the one where Dio drops it on his head? I can't remember though. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, this might get a rate that fighter for sure. Ooh. Hot dog. Oh, he's coming from behind me. Oh, he got out of that one. Oh, Suzu, what's up? How's it going? Oh, you got me good on that one. Ooh! Let's go. Non-stop. I wish I spoke Japanese. I'm going to do some research on this one. Or for that matter, I'm gonna see if see how y'all rate that fighter in the Discord, and we start talking about different fighting games that we're rating and all that other good stuff. Did he put his button in? Like, imagine getting beat up so bad that as soon as you get done getting beat up, you fall over and your ass is in the air. Insane. Insane, my guy. Down, perfect KO. My fight money! Jotaro is just that manly that other men are like women to. Yo, that's funny. All right. All right, I don't know what they're saying, so we got to move on. Who are we fighting next? Oh, this is like a little. Oh, this is like a. Oh, that's kind of dope. That's actually really cool. Jump over the puddle. Wait, I can't jump over the puddle. Oh, I fell in the hole. What the cuss? And the hole spit me out? This is a nice little mini game, I guess. Okay, I'm starting to understand it a little bit more. Oh. Almost there. What? I thought I made it to the end. What a doucher. Oh, so I got to do this again? Good. Oh, so now we can choose other characters too. Is Jolene in this one? No, she's not. I think her story came a little bit later. Yo, Brando! Oh, so each person has to. Oh, that's actually cool. There you go, Button. That's freaking great. Yo, that's a great freaking super. Like, where did that come? I got so many questions. Where did the freaking thing come from? Yo, Will, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, he blocked it. He blocked it that time. Oh, he said stop that. Man, this is freaking great. You definitely dropped the roller. Beast of the Easter Freedom. He played for 3 hours, winning second tournament. It's pretty solid, man. It was pretty solid. I remember I played one time, and that's about it. After that, I kind of left it alone. I was like, oh, this is a cool game. This is fun to, kind of fun to explore. But I think we'll do Rate That Fighter next week for this game as I take a deeper dive into understanding this one. I think this is definitely one that's fun to, sit back and, try to understand it and understand why people like this one so much. The dogs are... Mr. Doggo. This is being great. This is very enjoyable. I'll say that. Very enjoyable game. Now, I just got to figure out how to make my PCBs work for this one. If not, I'm going to have to continue to play this on other arcade sticks. He has great tools.
Make up mind. Fight.
I don't like that dog in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle R. He's really annoying in that one. Yo, that's probably one of the best supers like I've ever seen, man. I really enjoy that one. Man, that's such a good. That's an incredible. I can watch that over and over again. You know, like I think that's what they like. Tekken has tried to take their rage art system, and they try to make it, you know, over the top like this. And I think that I don't know what it is that they're missing, but they're missing something for their rage art. I think some of the rage art, the thing that they're missing with rage art, because there are different levels of rage art, so you don't have nothing to compare it to. So ultimately, you end up going, well, all the rage arts are the same, you know. But I think this one this game does a good job of saying, yo, this is your super. This is what it looks like, and you know, this is cool. I like this one. It's such a great one. We tried to jab the floor. Yeah. It'll never not be fun. Bro, it's because Tekken is supposed to be boring, and they realized it was too boring. Now we have all the characters with extra tools and stuff, and we see how far we have strayed. Yeah, we've strayed very, very far away from what it's supposed to be. All right, let's see this.
Make up mind. Fight.
Is that hormone? Ooh. Okay.
Make up mind. Fight.
Oh, you made him teleport and go different directions? You tried it. He blocked it. I can't do it while my what you call it is out. Woo-wee. Yeah, this game is very enjoyable. This is very enjoyable. I don't know if part of the enjoyment is it plays like older games that I used to play or not, but it's still very fun. You know?
Make up mind. Fight.
Am I allowed to say that? Dio is strong in this one too, dude. slept on that one. Yeah. This is a great game. Seeing the Q shift in Tekken to maintain a feel is great. Yeah. Well, that's just business, man. Yeah, I might have to get with you guys and see who wants to play JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and get a couple matches in. Listen, man, hands down has to be the best super ever. It has to be the best super ever. I swear. They're English. So I have to fight them again? Yes, Archie. Hey, Archie. How was school? You had a what there? Oh, okay. I like that they have like Zato-like type structure there. Anybody know what I'm talking about with Guilty Gear? It's like, oh, he got me on that one. Zato from Guilty Gear kind of has this puppet thing going on. Beating the brakes off of me this time. Oh! Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna come back and revisit this on next Thursday. And I'm gonna have a full thought on next Thursday on what this is and what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is. That was pretty fun. Very fun. And anybody else that wants to hang out and learn or, you know, and play JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, hey, get on Fightcade. We'll play a couple games in Fightcade and yeah. Fightcade is super duper cool. Super duper cool. Strongly recommend anybody that's likes retro fighting games and stuff like that. Fightcade is the place to go, and all that good stuff. All right, but I'm gonna leave it right here. I got a lot of stuff to get done today, because I gotta leave tomorrow, so I won't be streaming tomorrow. However, there will still be round robins on this Friday. It's perfectly fine for anybody that's into that type of stuff. You're more than welcome to join. I beg of you, please join me in the round robins during this Friday. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. With that being said, guys, I'm the most determined soul, CJ Berry, the leader of waves and waves of people in determination, success and victory. Don't block with your face, and I will see you guys on the next time. What? Shikashi. What? Peace. Thank you so much for spending time with me and the rest of Determination. Please follow me on all my social media platforms that are listed here. If you just missed the show, I will be back on weekdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. CST. That's Central Standard Time. Also, join the Discord for announcements and additional conversations like the ones we've had today. Success and victory, and I will see you next time.